Hey friends, this is Dolynny TV. Glad to have you aboard this afternoon, this evening, tomorrow, whenever you're tuning in. The Edmonton Oilers this evening face the New York Islanders in a match, well, storied in history, but more importantly for the Oilers, looking to snap a two-game losing streak right in where it is right now, because the Oilers obviously need to figure out how to win and how to win in bunches going into the new year, and we'll see if that indeed becomes the case tonight with a huge victory, kind of reminiscent of that 8-game win streak they were on just not too long ago. The Oilers' effort against Tampa Bay, other than if you face Andrei Vasilevsky, good enough to win 10 times out of 10. However, you face Bobrovsky against Florida, and more or less you make that Florida team look very, very good for as poor as you played. So this evening, we'll see if the Oilers decide to show up and do some really good things. I assume that they will. That's almost a given this evening, that the Oilers will come out and perform a little better than they did against Florida. And as you see here, the facial hair, the beard's starting to take off. And what that means, nose hairs and stuff getting tangled up and always ticklish throughout the live stream. So if I'm sneezing more than normal, you got to realize too that well, end of the day, the old beard's getting thicker and a little bit more hairy, so it's one of those situations. Of course, tonight we will have the live play-by-play of the hockey game as well, if you're here for that, so stay tuned. The pregame amble, the 15-20 minutes it takes to usually get things underway, that's just more or less what we do to hang out before the stream gets going. But friends, Peter, good evening to you as well. We are just off and running tonight. We're only about a minute and 46 into the live stream, so it's not like we're really all that far into the stream as of yet this afternoon. So we'll see just how long it takes us to get through tonight's pregame. I don't have an estimated puck drop time, unfortunately, tonight, so that kind of sucks, but we'll see what obviously the Oilers do for us here shortly in a matter of moments. But yeah, right now as it currently sits, friends, the Oilers going into this one needing a two-game losing streak to come to an end. They've got a Linus Ullmark feature right now, so we'll see if that ends up being something we can do. But yeah, for some reason it looks like yeah, that's offline or something. I'm not sure what's going on there. Give me a second here to go there and reload that, and we should be good. Okay, perfect. And they're talking about the forwards for Chicago drawing interest today. That's the news of the day out there in, well, I guess you could say the hockey sphere. You look at Evander Kane's up there with Connor McDavid tonight, Zach Hyman flanking them. RNH, Draisaitl, Fogle. I'll look forward to seeing that line be very productive tonight. Janmark, McLeod, Brown, Gagner, Hamblin, Ryan. So Derek Ryan is good to go by the looks of it for things tonight against the New York Islanders. Friends, you know what, at the end of the day, the lineup continues to remain very unchanged over the past 10 games. I figure at some point we may see Ben Gleason draw into the lineup here some point this road trip, just get him a game. I don't know, that's just my sense that if we're nursing an injury around the holidays, it might be very close to definitely sending somebody home early and possibly putting Ben Gleason into the lineup for just one game, right? At least get him one for being a good sport up here in place of Philip Broberg so far in the past few weeks. Peter, in terms of any plans for the holidays, nothing really major. For those of you that know the channel very well, you know that I more than likely have the World Juniors coming up. I don't know how many of them I'm going to be able to cover off, but I assume I'm going to be able to cover off quite a few of them. So stay tuned. We should have plenty of World Juniors coverage throughout the holidays. That's the biggest plan when it comes down to things this year, is again the World Juniors kind of dominate the holiday time. So we'll see what that turns out to be, but I assume that's going to be the case, same as the years previous over the past few. Alan, good evening to you. The Oilers get a win for Christmas. Well, we got 3 of them we'd like to get for Christmas. That'd be fantastic if we'd be able to do that here before obviously the holidays get underway. We'll see if the Oilers decide to do that tonight or not, but I assume they'll be coming out banging and crashing here tonight and looking for a big victory against the New York Islanders. The Islanders always seem to be one of those toss-up games they either get up for or they don't, but I assume tonight they likely will. So see what happens here. And what is this? See what happens, but just got a weird text message in there. What do we got going here? There is yeah, there's nothing really much of note, other than David Juracek, I guess, is a healthy scratch for the Columbus Blue Jackets against the Oakland, or reminiscent of the Oakland Seals, I guess, against the Buffalo Sabres tonight. Okay, we're good to go here, friends. Eggs, welcome aboard. I am all kinds of scrambled up. I usually have a little bit more time to prepare for live streams than I have tonight. Pretty much just came down to the studio and have gotten things pretty much fired up straight away. So, see what we can do with a live stream tonight with a little less prep time. I'm assuming we're going to be just fine, but again, you just never know until you know kind of deal, but we'll see what happens here. Christine, welcome aboard as well. As that's the thing, we already have the lines. There's really not much to it. It's the same lineup that I showed you the other day, right? Kane is on the top line, Nuge is on the second line, Fogle remains in the top six, and that's really your forwards as it remains. Yeah, there's really not much else to cover off here in terms of everything other than John Tavares obviously getting 1,000 points. He's the 98th player in NHL history to reach 1,000 points. Connor McDavid, if he scored 150 this year, could have done it, but we'll wait another year for that more than likely. Stuart Skinner is your starting goaltender tonight, and that's really all we are at this evening. So, yeah, we're just waiting for things to get underway this evening and see if the Oilers have a win in store for us. That's the big task tonight, is going out there and winning a hockey game and obviously turning the tide a little bit here over the next few, I guess what you could say, a few games. So, yeah, tonight, thankfully, it's an earlier game. Give me actually a little bit of breathing room before getting up and restarting the entire schedule again tomorrow, but that's fine. We'll battle through. Epiphany, it's all good. We are good to we're good to just see you pop into the chat. Welcome aboard and glad to see you. So, yeah, we'll see you for however long we see you, and then we'll catch you a little later on. I'm sure that's kind of how the schedule has gone, and we'll look forward to seeing you again soon. Here we go, friends. Sorry, things are coming in fast and furious on the phone. Chat and moving along, but you guys are actually throwing things in there. Let's go here. Toff, welcome aboard. Let's go. Okay, we're good. So, this is where we're at, friends. Sportsnet Plus doing its thing right now just on a commercial break. Alan, to the talk about the defensemen, it's pretty funny that one loss has us talking about the defense all over again, but during the win streak, it was all about how bad of a goaltender Stuart Skinner is, and the defense was just magically all right. So, again, I think the Oilers fans very much so, and I'm very much so the same way, I'm going to throw myself under the bus here too, is very much so, what have you done for me today, as opposed to what have you done for me even lately, right? It's all, you hear that term, what have you done for me lately? No, Oilers fans literally just care, what have you done for me today? And I will tell you that market research dictates that is the truth, because when you talk about Oilers fans, simply I do these live streams every few days, right? And every single time I fire up live stream, everything on my channel dies. It's all about game time. It's all about either viewing the live stream or watching the game or listening to the game. There is no middle ground to be watching this video on the Oilers. It's all about what's happening right now. So at the end of the day, yeah, it's very much so. Let's not just sit here and, oh my God, one game was bad, so that's got to be the problem. Again, goaltending's been an issue throughout the season. We know that, right? Started with Jack Campbell. Skinner hasn't been much better. If you think Calvin Pickard's the magical savior of the team, remember who Calvin Pickard is. He's not some rookie that's untested and never really had an NHL shot. He's been in the NHL, in the game, a long time. He's not a solution, I can tell you that much. He's a stopgap measure to basically guide us through Christmas here and give us replacement level goaltending. That's all you're going to get out of Mr. Calvin Pickard. There's nothing more further there. That much we know. But as we go here, Epiphany, you'll have the stats posted when you can. I know that's become quite a little regular, I guess, tradition post game for a lot of people, I'm sure. So definitely no rush on that. So we'll see that. Peter, yeah, when it comes down to if I'm going to be able to do the full game, we'll see if the Oilers deserve me to do the full game, because, I mean, that last Florida game, that was painful. I had a feeling maybe they turned around in the second period. Man, that was so painful just getting through that second period. And, I mean, it was also a late start, so that's kind of tough, too. And, Laura, welcome in. Glad to see you aboard this evening, as always. And always chat perks up when Laura comes on in. And, yeah, we should be just about set for things tonight. We're 5:26, so about 4 minutes away from the broadcast flipping over. It feels like I've been home forever already, but again, that's kind of the dealio. The furnace kicked on as soon as I came in the door and touched it, and obviously got my fireplace going. I'm nice and toasty. I'm good to go. I'm ready for what should be a good game tonight against the New York Islanders. I'm hoping anyway. Friends, as we take our first look at the watch time, just to give you an idea of where we're going, I think 250 for a full game has become a pretty reasonable situation. But as we're already currently underway, 3.2 hours and 11 minutes. So we're off and underway for what should be a pretty productive game tonight. I would figure as much. And just to give you an idea as well, if there's anything else we got going, maybe we find out who the confirmed starter is. It is Ilya Sorokin, who, despite Ilya Sorokin being a very good goaltender, he's got a .315 goals against average and a .913 save percentage this season, so that's tough. Ooh, yes. Sorry, friends. All right. Dinner plans tomorrow. I like it. Everything coming together. Busy holiday season. But as we go along, friends, the Oilers, I guess, as I'm trying to make this point here about Sorokin, the Oilers are averaging 3.3 goals per game, giving up 3.46. The Islanders averaging 3.1 goals for, and giving up 3.23. So it's not like the Islanders bleed a ton of goals necessarily compared to us, but they bleed more than they get. So again, tonight, similar to what it was supposed to be against Florida, go out there, punish them for that, get your 4+ goals, and you're likely to win this hockey game at the end of the day. So we'll see what the Oilers can do this evening, and obviously, hopefully they turn in an effort that is deserving of a victory this evening. Friends, if you haven't already hit that like button, definitely make sure to do that on your way in. Would appreciate that if you could. Just, you know what that does. I've given you the speech enough times. That allows people to find the stream that much easier when it's a recommended stream by YouTube. So definitely the external searches on Google and stuff kind of space up. And as well, friends, I assume the 44 of you aboard are regular viewers of the channel, so that's kind of the situation. I don't have to preach this to you, but again, if you haven't done this already, click the subscribe button. I always ask you to do that, but there's also a little bell there, and this is something that I really need to harp home on during the World Juniors, is the fact that if you click the bell and enable all notifications, it really helps kind of the back end in the channel. It gives me a way better score with YouTube and kind of allows them to suggest out Dolynny TV a little bit better. And friends, I whether you like the videos or not, that's not necessarily what I'm going to be saying, but you know that these live streams can be a little special sometimes. So if it's something you want to recommend out a little bit more broadly across the internet, definitely feel free to hit that notifications button, enable all notifications, if that's something you're up for. Obviously, I'm not saying do it now. I'm saying if that's something you just want to get the live streams and the stuff a little bit faster, that would be greatly greatly appreciated. Kurt, welcome in. And Christine, I'm definitely not counting the Oilers out. I'm just saying the Oilers have to shape up and get the results. That's all it comes down to. But Patrick coming in here with the important news of the day. I wouldn't be surprised if you see Patrick do a little intermission recording here with something that big. The Insider Trading reporting that Philip Broberg likely to be used as a sweetener in a Jack Campbell trade. I would assume that's been the plan all along. I think that's why you're saying no, it's surprising, Patrick. I think we've had that chat 3-4 times ourselves this year already. So kind of tough when you're talking about trading away Philip Broberg to get rid of a $5 million contract. But again, if you can get some kind of deal that's stomachable, you're going to have to do it. So Peter is belging, and of course that's the big thing, friends, is those notifications when you get it for the live streams. Boom. How do you think I'm into Patrick's live stream so quick when I finish hitting upload on my videos? Those bell notifications, they come right to your phone. You just press it, takes you right to the YouTube app. Good to go. Kurt, thank you for the kind words on the live stream. Again, not staying the whole live stream. It's kind of a double-edged sword here. I do a lot of other stuff throughout the course of the week, and it kind of taxes the guy. So it's pretty easy on the off days to come home and upload a video and take about 25 minutes to do it, but it's kind of more difficult to do it for 3 hours on a weeknight or even on a weekend. So that's all it comes down to. So yeah, that's where we're at. But Dory, welcome in. Going through the flames, that's unfortunate, but I guess, hey, welcome aboard. And Kurt, yeah, so we've already covered that. But Chris Knoblauch getting his debut win against the New York Islanders back on November 13th. We've already had Knoblauch as a coach for over a month now. That seems crazy because it feels like he's been here for a long while. So we'll see what he brings for us here in a matter of this game against the New York Islanders. Rob, good evening and welcome in from Oregon. Glad to have you aboard this evening, as we are just hoping that the Oilers can keep the good times rolling for Connor McDavid. Connor McDavid is 12-game point streak. The Oilers are 8-4-0 in that stretch. Horvat has a 10-game streak. The Islanders are 6-2-2, so similar records basically right there for both teams as we continue along. We're about to get right into this hockey game. We got Jack and Louie already on our television sets here, and Louie brought out the blue and Jack brought out the fancy dancy. That's something, looks like something out of my closet a few years back. My goodness. Crazy for sure, but we'll see what happens here as we are going to get things underway in about 5 minutes, I would say. We've got both anthems this evening, so see how long it takes. It is an ESPN Plus and a Hulu game, so we'll see if that necessarily delays us a little bit as well, or if we see a bunch of more friends along for the ride tonight. Darcy, good evening. James, good evening as well, as we should be ready to go for what should be a big time game tonight for the Oilers. Obviously, they gotta show up tonight. That's the biggest thing when it comes down to it, is they gotta show up for tonight's game, or we're gonna have some problems again tonight. Again, Del, to the same thing that Kurt was saying. It's again at the end of the day on a Saturday, when all is said and done, and all my run arounds done, and it's just time to relax. The Oilers are losing, 4-1 at the end of 2 periods. There is not really much motivation to go. And 2, it kind of sucks the fun out of it when, I don't know if you see me reading the chat while also doing the play-by-play live, when everybody's just down, sour, and sad on the Oilers. I mean, I'm already down, sour, and sad, and I'm reading everybody else being down, sour, and sad on the Oilers. It just sucks the fun out of watching the game for me and calling it. So a lot of times it's just saving the enjoyment for myself, and just dipping out early again keeps me fresh, right? I mean, friends, for those of you that have watched the channel long back, when I used to suffer through live streams and try and gut it through when it was an ugly game or something, usually just made it worse at the end of the day. And when you're asking where the commitment is at, it usually ends up falling off in terms of the videos stop coming out. I'm live streaming once or twice a month instead of a week. So end of the day, trust me, I've learned a lot about keeping myself fresh and take a lot better care of myself nowadays when it comes to doing the lives, doing the videos on a regular than it does than I used to, that's for sure. So Dana, welcome in. Glad to have you aboard as we will get right into the broadcasted anthem portions of this hockey game. So we're just about underway for tonight's hockey game. But let me just go here and get the watch time. Sorry, friends. 191. Sorry, 201 times 3.1. There we go. We hit our minimum 10 hours, so we should be ready to rock for this evening's hockey game. Of course, you know that's kind of always the plan for the pregame. I put it together very quickly this morning, but we were this afternoon. Sorry, we're very lucky that the pregame was able to happen today. I didn't know what time I'd be getting home, but boss man said shut down the shop 4:30 sharp. You always like those days instead of staying open till whatever, 5 o'clock, 5:30, whatever the case might be. But we ended up getting turned around tonight, and we should be ready to rock and roll. So, Kings Rules here for the call, just to enjoy the game right now, as the Kings don't play for a couple of hours. And of course, friends, that's the beautiful part of all this over the past few months. The Kings fans, the Knights fans, the Flames fans, everybody that we've kind of seen over the playoffs the past few years coming into the chat and hanging out. We have some good Jets fans come along for the ride too. Just fantastic that you guys are still coming by supporting the channel. Really do appreciate that. As we are going to get things going. Kay, or I usually call you Ferg. Ferg, welcome in, as we should be ready to go here for tonight's hockey game. And we will rock and roll here in a matter of moments. All right, they've got things to go here for face-off. And for some reason the furnace is still running, so I'm a little hot right now. That's what's happening. I'm overheating a bit, scrambled up still from the day at work, and we should be good to go here in a matter of moments. Stuart Skinner, 11-8-1, 304 goals against average, 885 save percentage. So we need him to step it up tonight and get it going. We'll see what happens here. Sorokin, getting it going, 8-4-7 record for him, 315 goals against average, and a 912 save percentage. Here we go. We're going to have the face-off at center ice. Connor McDavid will come in to get this going for this one. And I don't know who he's facing. That's where I was going next, but I didn't see who they had on camera. They just got Connor McDavid on the Oilers broadcast here, friends. They're going to back up Connor McDavid off the face-off dot for a brief moment. It looks like maybe the ESPN feeds not quite ready to go, or there's a scoreboard issue at center ice. So Connor McDavid's looking like he's going to gear in here for the face-off in a second or two. Everybody's just kind of sitting on the ice. Again, I have no volume, so that's the tough part about this is they're going in with no volume, and there's a delay on the game. Kind of always throws things for a wrench. Connor McDavid running through his pregame little speech to himself. Looks like the Matthew Barzal guy there is talking to the referee, and here we go. We'll have puck drop against Horvat as Connor McDavid draws in. The Oilers off the win ahead by the Islanders is able to gather, and Evan Bouchard's got it in his own zone near side to Matthias Ekholm. Up the boards, chip there to Kane. He's going to get it back to Ekholm. Near side pass again, trying to bounce it into the zone. No go. The Islanders turn it back into their own possession. D to D they go, and up the boards, the left wing there into the Oilers zone. But the puck actually deflected off a stick and went out of play off of Anders Lee. So we will have a face-off at center ice and a stoppage in play with 19:38 to go. Nice part about the past few games, from what I remember, is the Oilers have not taken that 5-second icing. So let's have a face-off at center ice and prevent a first-minute penalty or a first-minute icing here. The Islanders, though, win the face-off at center ice on the redo, and they're going to get things going just 22 seconds into this hockey game. Fired in from the right side. Stuart Skinner taps it in behind. Nice play there by Evan Bouchard to get it up to Connor McDavid. He's got the wheels going through the neutral zone. He's going to play off to the left point for Matthias Ekholm. He has his shot blocked. Nice play by Evan Bouchard to keep it alive. Another shot! Matthias Ekholm just about found it through the traffic. Now loading up Connor McDavid, top of the zone. He's going to play down into the corner for Zach Hyman. Spin off the check is Hyman, getting it over to McDavid. Now Hyman having to get back behind the net, getting to work, trying to free up that puck. The Islanders able to one pass, chip it out of the zone. Matthias Ekholm will pick it up and play it in his own end, as both teams will likely go off for line changes by the looks of it here. Pierre Engvall now on the ice for the Islanders, as the Oilers look to make the pass from out behind Skinner. They'll go right up the gut. That's a play that works right through the middle. Here's Draisaitl loading up the shot. Scores! Leon Draisaitl, glove hand side on Ilya Sorokin, comes right through the middle and scores a goal just like that, as the Oilers quickly make short work of that one to get a 1-0 lead just like that. Just a minute 23 to go in this hockey game, and what a great pass by Mattias Ekholm. Warren Foegele puts it on the tape for Draisaitl, cutting through the neutral, and he scores a goal just like that. Beautiful move there for the Edmonton Oilers. Glove hand shot, and Draisaitl puts us up 1 as the Oilers quickly take the lead here against the Islanders. That's the kind of response you want, right? No penalty, no icing, goal. First minute and a half of the hockey game. The Oilers playing it again in the neutral zone. They'll fire it in off the glass and into the Islanders zone. Draisaitl hunting it down. He throws a hit. You don't often see that in the offensive zone from Draisaitl early in a hockey game, usually more so when it means something. As this one comes down along the boards, Nurse is tangled up there. He's going to fire it around the boards and go in behind for, I believe that is Evan Bouchard still out there, or is that Cody Ceci? I'm not too sure. Numbers kind of look similar from this distance. Draisaitl backhanding it to the middle of the ice. There's Nugent Hopkins over to Ceci, winding up, shot saved by Sorokin. 90.8 mile an hour on the register for Cody Ceci. Then, of course, Stuart Skinner has it hopped by him. Picked up this time now by Nugent Hopkins, who will wheel and deal in behind the net. Sorry, that's Janmark. And the Islanders quickly seal him off, get it back to the point. They're going to fire it down low. They're going around behind the boards. There's Brown chipping it back to Nurse. Nurse will look to bounce it off the boards to a free man in Connor Brown, far side wing. And this is going to be hemmed back in by the Islanders after it escaped the zone just a brief moment. 2.5 gone here in the first period. The Oilers deflected through the neutral. Janmark was being held up at the blue line. He's going to get down on the forecheck, try and force a turnover. The Islanders quickly escape. They've got that identity line, Cal Clutterbuck's line, on the ice here. This one's going to be batted D to D in the Oilers zone, and a quick clean breakout here as they'll come up the middle of the ice. Brown's going to seal around the wall and come back to the middle of the ice for a shot for Gagne. He couldn't get it through. And now you got Draisaitl from Ekholm and Foegele being announced in the building. Fogel's 7th assist, Ekholm's 7th assist. The Islanders shoot a puck on net, deflected wide on a block. The Oilers will get it back to the blue line. The Islanders quickly keep it in, fire it down low, shot at the side of the net. Toe save Stuart Skinner, and it remains on the first shot of the game. A 1-0 game for the Oilers. The Islanders just registering their first shot of the evening. So good go there for the Edmonton Oilers. 16:47 to go here in this first period. So it is good so far, as we should be ready to rock and roll. Yeah, definitely, friends. Anytime you throw a goal in the chat, I used to really hate it, but I actually don't mind it nowadays because it kind of gives me a heads up. Shot fired, blocked there off the face-off for the Islanders. So now the Oilers will transition back the other way. Top line's back on. And you like to see that it's Draisaitl getting the goal after getting challenged. He got new line mates after he struggled with the ones he had earlier. Foegele remains. They move Nugent Hopkins, and it works out. So this one comes back to the near side. Connor McDavid's going to pick it up. He'll go far side pass for Hyman. Engages contact and kind of keeps it in the neutral zone there. But the Islanders win the battle, get it down low. Dobson's going to zoom out of the D zone and come up the middle of the ice. He's going to look to get over the line. And he's going to just work it down deep now on the backhand for the Oilers, as they will pick it up in their own zone. The Islanders, though, winning the battle against Ekholm. That's kind of scary to see early on in this one. As this comes along the boards, back to Foegele. He's going to win it back now for Draisaitl. Draisaitl makes one-man miss over to Foegele. Foegele now to Nugent Hopkins. The shot fired. Chest save for Sorokin. That one looked a little high, and it just about went up over top of the shoulder. But Nugent Hopkins, good little shooting area. Finds a good shot on net and just about had that one. Good little sneaky shot release there from Nuge. Kind of had Sorokin crossed up, but he's still able to make the save. He's a big enough goalie in net there that he just swallowed it up. All right. 15:47 to go here in this first period of play. Draisaitl will remain on. His line will keep it going with 2 shots credited for the Oilers so far in this first period, just through 4+ minutes. As Draisaitl is going to see his opponent in the face-off dot waved out. So we'll have a new man take on Draisaitl. It's Cal Clutterbuck, who's a pretty efficient player himself, wins the face-off against Draisaitl. It's won back by Nuge, though, off the wall. And now the Oilers rolling around in the offensive zone, tipping it down low to Foegele. Fogel's going to go back now to Draisaitl, far side wall, keeping it going. And this one is going to keep battling there along the wall. Picked up now by Nugent Hopkins. It'll be over to CC near side. Nurse drifts a shot on net. It goes up over top off a block in front. Might have hit an Oilers player. It's going to be chipped to the middle of the ice. And CC had slowed it down. Nurse seals his man off. Good stick in the feet there, kind of keeping him to the outside. Now CC wins the battle in behind the net. That frees it for the Oilers. Fogel's going to lead it ahead. Chip to the middle. An Islanders player misses it. And now it comes all the way back down low into the Islanders zone. Picked up by the men in blue. Full blue tonight. And they will come back the other way. They're wearing their alternate jersey, of course. Their NY jersey. As they are crossed into the middle, trying to pass it there on the Oilers, who were kind of standing around. They, though, knocked it down. High stick against the Islanders. Hot potato in the neutral zone. And it'll be Sam Gagner flipping it in near side corner. Hamlin out there chasing after it. Derek Ryan back after his scary couple of hurts there against Florida, as the Oilers will keep possession. Here's now Kulak getting the pass to Desharnais. Far side point. He'll bat it down low as Hamlin wins it. Shot fired from Gagner. Nice little shooting angle. Tried to get that one on net. Couldn't do it. Here's Hamlin again drifting it down low. It'll hop up off the high glass. Sam Gagner handled that bounce like a pro. Gets it down deep for Derek Ryan, who just leaves it down low in the zone. And the Oilers will try and get a line change here as Desharnais will be blasted on a hit. But he'll get it down low again into the Islanders zone, and the Oilers will recoup possession in the neutral after it popped out as Zach Holmes got it. Near side pass, far side pass, bouncing all around the Oilers zone here, and they're going to go right near side now. Exit for Bouchard, who will tap ahead off of the boards. We'll see this new look third line with Janmark again out there as McLeod continues to battle down low. He's going to drift to the middle for Brown, just missing. Backdoor on a tip play. Connor Brown's best chance since his goal was waved off against New Jersey, and he looked like he was just about for a shoe-in of a goal right there as the Islanders regroup the puck. They've got 13:30 left in this first period where they have really looked lifeless so far. A couple big saves from Sorokin have kept this one 1-0. Save made by Stuart Skinner, who looks poised and calm so far, going post to post with ease as a nice shot down low was cut off by Ekholm. And he was able to just pass it to a wing and find somebody in the zone, though the Oilers turn it over ultimately. And they're going to get a point shot, will the Islanders? Actually, they'll step around Janmark, spun him fully around. Again, though, a nice play by the Oilers, sticks down low to turn over that puck and fire it back into Islanders territory for Pajot, who's loading up, looking to make a quick play. It's going to be tipped off a stick. Down low to Skinner, who's out to disrupt. In behind his own net, he'll fire quickly off the glass. Try to get it back to the point. The Oilers are going to try and make a quick play. It's the top line hemmed in down low, and instead that one's going to be a missed pass. And here comes Connor McDavid back the other way across the line. He's going to get the pass over to Nurse. The shot drifts off the blocker of Sorokin. In behind, bouncing puck in the crease. Comes free for the Islanders, who are forced to play it all the way back into the Oilers' end just on a very bare bones dribble. And CC was able to regroup for Nurse. Nurse back over to CC, and we are going to come back the other way now, as this one's going to be fired back into the Oilers' offensive zones. The Oilers all over the Islanders here early so far. Kane across over to Hyman as this one comes down low again for McDavid. CC near side to Nurse as this is a spin move for McDavid. Knocked off his stick. CC deflects one on net and hit the crossbar. McDavid misses just wide. And the Oilers still see the puck rolling around the offensive zone. Hyman in there disrupting the play. McDavid chasing, but it will be Darnell Nurse who has to ultimately come down and pinch to try and keep that puck in. CC in a foot race against one of the Islanders players, Cizikas, I believe it is. And instead the Oilers will be able to get that puck out and fire it across the line back into the Islanders zone with 11:33 to go, as Cody Ceci cannot buy a puck into the back of the net. Hyman on a turnover, pushing in front of the net, bounced over top. And this one now comes back to Ekholm near side point. He will drift back all the way to the blue line, fire it back down low, as the Oilers just trying to keep the Islanders hemmed in, complete line changes, and see what they can do here. As that's a nice nifty play over to Draisaitl. Didn't able to connect there with the pass at the blue line, and the Islanders dump it back in and get possession on the dump and chase into the Oilers zone. As this one though cut off on the point pass, and here comes Warren Foegele with that deceptive speed at the neutral zone. Just couldn't get past the Islanders defense. Bouchard on the chip into the neutral, picks it up, gets it back into possession for Nugent Hopkins, who will look to make a pass. He'll go down low for Draisaitl. Draisaitl in front for Foegele, just didn't have the curl and drag on it. And this will be Foegele cutting it off of the Islanders tape and getting it back in possession just at his own blue line, loading up Draisaitl. Draisaitl spins back to his blue. He'll go across now to Bouchard, who's still out there with Brett Kulak, so he's looking for a line change ASAP. Fired in by Draisaitl. The Oilers' defense so far doing good, holding the puck and making sure they're making quick, steady passes as the fourth line's on the ice. Here's Desharnais keeping it over to Brett Kulak. He'll fire the shot down off the boards, looking to sneak one past the Islanders, as he often does. He's a master at getting that puck to bounce out front. On the board pass down low. This one works up high into the glove hand area for both teams. It's a glove pass for Derek Ryan, or a penalty, I'm not sure. And we'll have a stoppage in play here quickly. But friends, I'm going to take a quick moment to go upstairs and reload the water bottle. What I will ask you right now, if you haven't already, is to please hit that subscribe button here on Dolynny TV. I will be right back in just a matter of a few seconds. All right, friends, let's continue here. The Oilers up 1-0 over top of the Islanders so far. They got 4 shots on net, so the Oilers are cruising right now. We'd like to obviously continue that for as long as possible tonight, that's for sure, and I think the Oilers very much so will here over the next little bit. As we continue along here tonight, I don't think there's anything we've missed so far. I just want to take a quick look and make sure we're getting that watch time check done, as we are at 30.8 hours. We usually try and target at least 50 by the end of the first period, so we are well on pace to do that tonight. Rylan, welcome in. Glad to see you commenting about that good fourth line of ours. And BOG, welcome in as well. I don't think I've missed anyone else along the way so far tonight. The chat's moving at a considerably lesser pace than the other night there against Florida, but the Oilers obviously not giving us as much to talk about negatively as they were the other night against Florida, as the first line, the second line, and obviously the fourth line have played some big offensive minutes so far. Connor McDavid's generated some good looks, and there's Cody Ceci trying to bite one, and Zach Hyman deflected it the wrong way, and then it was shot just wide. So we will have a face-off. Where? Is this a power play? Is this what? Connor McDavid's on the ice with Zach Hyman and Evander Kane, so I assume this is just a regular old 5-on-5 shift, I'd assume. I don't think there's anything major here. It was just kind of a weird stoppage in play, and there we go. We're back to action. 10 minutes to go here in this first period of play. Noah Dobson sees it work down low. Evander Kane wins the battle for Hyman, who backhands across to Bouchard all the way at the right point. Here now near side of the left point, it's going to be Connor McDavid walking around trying to wrap it around. He had the pass from Ekholm, and it got his gears turning quick as Kane makes a pass over to Hyman, who will spin back to Kane quickly. And the Islanders doing a good job clamping down on us, but I think the Oilers getting the better of the chances so far. Ekholm's taken down with a little bit of interference, and the Islanders will be nailed with a penalty just like that. So I was hoping for a power play, and just like that, we've got one. 5-on-4 we go. The Islanders guilty of a tripping call. So hopefully the Oilers continue to do things here in a matter of moments in terms of that goal scoring department that we already have won. As we'll see what happens here, as this is going to be, I don't know if they're calling the play on Matthias Ekholm. A tripping call against the Islander, backtracking on Ekholm. Gauthier. Here we go. Oh, if I could get rid of this nose itch, that'd be great. Connor McDavid wins the face-off forward for the Oilers. It comes to the middle of the ice. The Oilers poke it to the near side corner. Here's Draisaitl back to Nugent Hopkins. The Oilers rolling around. Now this one's going to keep coming near side boards, as there's 5 guys engaged in that battle trying to free it up. Now 6. 3 Islanders, 3 Oilers. Just a board battle along the wall for the power play to continue going here. As Nugent Hopkins bats it down low to Connor McDavid. Back to Nuge, high point. This one over to Draisaitl. He's going to shoot the puck on net. Deflects over to Connor McDavid. Back to Evan Bouchard. He's got time and space over to McDavid. McDavid winds down, looks for Bouchard, high point. Doesn't quite have the pass, down low to Draisaitl. Back up to Bouchard, the shot comes through, blocked in front by Kyle Clutterbuck. Breaks his stick. Now near side over to Nugent Hopkins. Nugent Hopkins, far side pass goes to Draisaitl and McDavid. They can't keep it in. And this one goes down low now for Skinner. 58 seconds to go here in this power play for the Oilers. Bouchard will load up Leon Draisaitl. Draisaitl looking to cut across the blue line. Nice little stutter step there. With Zach Hyman involved. Hyman back to the blue line for McDavid. Now Draisaitl, far side dot, looking to make a pass down low to McDavid. McDavid back to the point. Bouchard back to McDavid. Bouchard, the shot blocked in front. And that absolutely broke an Islanders player. He is hurting and barely standing up. They try to feed the pass over to Draisaitl. The Islanders fail to get the puck out. And that will be a crisscross at the blue line there between Bouchard and McDavid. And that'll force Nugent Hopkins all the way down low to Darnell Nurse and Stuart Skinner as they will load up the second power play unit here. They had good movement, a couple good looks, but the Islanders a couple key blocks in front of the net, and one that might have just taken the guy out of the game the rest of the way is this one far side pass. The Oilers fire the shot save made by Sorokin, and we will have a stoppage with 1 second to go on the power play. The Oilers now with 5 shots on the game. But the nice part is here, that power play didn't lose momentum. How many times have the Oilers this year been guilty of losing momentum with the power play? And thankfully, hopefully now, we go out there and just continue firing pucks on net. And that's a rather key piece. I think that was Pajot that went down on the penalty kill for the Islanders on the Bouchard shot. So should be interesting to see the Islanders down to center here. Anders Lee fires the shot. First shot, Stuart Skinner faces coming out of the penalty kill or power play for the Oilers. Easy save. Good penalty kill there from the Islanders, though. I will say that. They definitely earned the kill, and obviously you lose your third line center in Pajot. You probably are going to earn the kill every time because, my goodness, that'd be very, very demoralizing to lose a guy like your third line center, who Pajot is very decent, and then obviously too, bang, now all of a sudden you get scored on. So let's see what we got going here, friends. Nothing much. We are just roasting along. It is a commercial break. Obviously, the Oilers giving us really nothing much to talk about other than good things, which is easy to go. There's nothing else going here, I don't think. Good news to report. The Oilers are heading to the power play on this hockey game tonight. And we'll see what ends up coming from this one, but that's just some tweets from the Oilers, obviously, heading to the power play earlier. Sorry, I'm scrambling up, scrolling, and reading Twitter aloud, I guess. Friends, watch time. Keep that updated, as I think we're closing in on a little something here. As we are already at, how about that, 40 hours, and we've got, 7.5 minutes to go here in the first period of play. Thank you for being aboard tonight. Again, that's something I got to also harp home a little bit more. If you tune in regularly, you don't throw anything in the chat. Hey, I don't get to catch you necessarily as face-to-face as the internet gets, but I do appreciate you guys being aboard back home. It's greatly appreciated that you tune in, night out. Obviously, if you're tuning in for the first time, that is appreciated as well. But friends, it's been a pretty special start to the year so far. Definitely didn't expect the numbers that we've seen on the streams to begin this season, and hopefully we continue to see those kind of numbers generating towards the playoffs, because last playoffs was a special time, and I'd love to see it all happen all over again, that's for sure. So yeah, Peter, I think the only thing we could say from the Oilers, see more shots, but again, the Islanders do lead the NHL in blocks game in, game out this season, so hopefully we'll start finding some more shooting lanes or just keep hurting guys. I mean, if the Islanders lose 2 or 3 guys tonight, it's going to make blocking shots a lot harder to do mentally and also physically, because you've got a lot less guys to do it with. This one, a face-off win in the Oilers' defensive zone, as Darnell Nurse will get it far side boards, and here comes Ryan McLeod skating through with the head of steam towards the net, curling around. He's got the wraparound in front. Brown's got the goal. Sorokin was down and out, and Brown just could not jam it home, and the Oilers still have the puck in the offensive zone. This third line, their best chance of the game as they continue along here, as they just missed that one. Just talk about guys not being able to finish off goal-scoring chances. That's a tough look for McLeod. And, of course, Brown down low, and here's Janmark dragging in front. He can't find the stick of Brown, who just doesn't seem to ever be in the right spot ever either. As this one now, Brown continues along. He's going to pass to the near side for Janmark. Janmark's going to get it off the glass, and the Islanders are going to be able to escape the zone. A smart non-pinch there from Cody Ceci. He decided to stay back, and that will work to effectiveness for the Oilers. Picking it up here is McLeod, guiding it along up ahead to Janmark. That'll be a turnover. The Oilers guilty of a too many men almost, but thankfully the man was beating the bench. And this is going to be backhanded ahead into the neutral zone. Here's picking it ahead is Kulak. Kulak's got Fogle. Kulak handles to the middle. Turnover to the Islanders, who were the trailer in that situation. 6 minutes to go as the shot loads up for the Islanders. They fire it on net, and I don't know who blocked that, whether it be Nuge or whether it be, of course, Stuart Skinner, but that was a huge wrap opportunity as well for the Islanders, and the Oilers were able to survive. Back the other way. Here's Fogle. Dots shot. Can't get it on net. Back to the point. The Oilers load up the shot. Darnay drifts one on net. And Nugent Hopkins just could not handle the shot down low, trying to get the rebound on net. The Islanders back the other way. Drift one near side corner into the Oilers zone. It comes back the other way, all the way into the Islanders zone on a bad bounce for the Islanders. And the Isles are going to load up as New York comes up the middle. They're going to put this one right ahead as this one comes to Paul Mary. He fires the shot. Skinner battles. Save made. Puck goes over top of the net on the rebound opportunity, and the Islanders all of a sudden with a couple of good shots here in the past few moments as Darnay tries to poke that one ahead with his long reach. It gets tied up in his skates. Instead, the Islanders get a prime shooting chance. Turned away by Stuart Skinner. Aho from behind the dot just gets a shot towards the net that allows the Islanders a good pad save for Stuart Skinner. Connor McDavid under duress in his own zone here as this one comes back the other way into the Islanders zone. He rushes across the blue line, does McDavid. Back to the front for Ekholm now. Kane drives a backhand towards the net that goes up over top on another block. I'm running out of oxygen here. Here's Bouchard, sidestep at the blue line, keeps the offensive possession alive, dragging the middle, shot fired into traffic, into Sorokin. Couple of bounces, still doesn't buy the back of the net. 4.5 to go here in what has been a last 2 minutes of insanity in this Oilers-Islanders game. Both teams going back and forth quite heavily, and the Oilers are going to pick this one ahead over to Kane now, as this one will be now picked up by McDavid across the blue line. He'll fire the shot, blocked by the Islanders again. Kane backhands it down to McDavid. Now Kane will back to the blue line, and that one escapes Hyman all the way down low, and there's Darnell Nurse saying hold up on the change, as this one goes back down low, as this will be picked up by Nurse. He'll go far side pass to Gagne. The fourth line now out there. They're going to get a turnover from the Islanders as Derek Ryan plays it ahead. Here's Hamlin firing a shot towards the net. Again blocked off a stick of the Islanders, who have almost evened up the shots 8-6. This one comes back across the Oilers blue line. Picked up now by the Oilers. They're going to fire back into the Islanders zone. We're going back to back to back. And both teams just kind of seeing the puck, as Peter's mentioning in the chat, bouncing all around the crease, but not into the net. Draisaitl the only one to make a goal happen, and that was a beauty of a snipe, glove side, on Sorokin within the first minute and a half of this hockey game. The Islanders play it down low in their own zone. They're going to fire this one across the Oilers line to Barzal. Back to the blue line. The shot comes in, blocked in front. Traffic kind of ties up. Comes to the blue line for the Islanders, who roll it back down to the dots. They'll do it again one more time. Past the middle, cut off there by Ceci. Now Nurse is going to be able to backhand this one to the blue line, and the Islanders keep it on the attack. Engvall's got this puck this time, and instead McLeod will steal it from him, get it going the other way. Islanders quickly cut off. 1-on-0 the other way. Barzal shoots. Denied by Stuart Skinner. Who says he can't stop a puck? 2:43 to go here. Breakaway stopped, and Ryan McLeod with the puck on the successful retrieval for the Oilers will fire it in from the center ice area, and obviously the Islanders now have to regain possession. They do that in behind their own net, and the Oilers will see them track up the ice here as they are across the line. Riley's going to fire this one down low. Stuart Skinner doesn't get the bounce off the boards, and here comes Draisaitl rushing ahead. 3-on-3 back the other way. Far side pass to Fogle. He'll skate through the middle of the ice, drift one down low. Sorokin kicked it out weirdly, And the puck ends up coming back the other way here. Pajot's on the ice again, so he's no worse for wear from that block off of Evan Bouchard. And the Islanders will fire this one off the side of the wall. And Stuart Skinner, a difficult save, will stop that puck up for his 8th save of the hockey game. Stuart Skinner looking fantastic tonight. Good to see him get some rest the other game. I guess, sorry that was a loss, but he's come to play tonight's hockey game so far. As friends, we like it. That's huge. And what I'd like to also say is I think we've safely, soundly done it, actually, to be honest with you. It's 4.4 divided by 60. Yes, indeed, 51.5 hours to go here already in the live stream. So we're only been live for 50 minutes, and it's pretty much minute equals an hour at this point. So never a bad situation on the old live stream. Good to go. Thank you guys for tuning in again. I gotta show a little appreciation. It is Christmas after all, and yeah, it's been fantastic so far to start this one out. So we'll obviously see if that continues along tonight. I assume it will. It's been a good hockey game so far. The Oilers and Islanders giving us good reason to tune in, that's for sure. And as things look right now, you got to remember as well, obviously things are coming along pretty well over on that YouTube short, that Edmonton Oilers Cup or Bust Revisited. I don't know if you've caught that yet. Here, I'll see if I can get you a link to it, as it's been kind of one of the hottest videos on Dolynny TV the past little bit here. Let me see if I can't copy that in here. Watch. As it's been pretty productive. I think that one's had over 500 views already today. So a YouTube short that I posted 10 days ago has 500 views. That's pretty weird metrics, to be honest with you, but we'll take it. Jules, welcome into the stream. Glad to have you aboard tonight. Don't see you as often anymore, but always good to see you when we see you. And yes, indeed, Stuart Skinner has been fantastic tonight. That much is for sure. Mr. Doom, welcome aboard as well. There's another stream regular here over the past month or so, and probably longer than that if I bothered to pay attention to the chat sometimes in the big moments. But here we go, friends. Leon Draisaitl obviously scoring his first goal of the game tonight. Hilka getting it going. And what do we got? No, thank you. No, thank you. Here we go. Evander Kane on the defensive zone draw. McDavid wins it back to the point man. That is Ekholm, who is going to be able to lead ahead to Kane. A couple of glove passes comes off of the defenseman for the Islanders. It'll come back into their possession in their own zone, and they will work ahead. Blue line pass, just a tip in that time. Jay, welcome aboard as well. And Tyler, thank you so much. As this one comes back down low for Ekholm. And it'll be flipped off the referee that time. They didn't flip off the referee. They just flipped it off the referee. Tangle up there between the Islanders and Ekholm. And now Evander Kane's going to try and flip this one up into the neutral as Hyman's got Kane kind of just pressuring with him, I guess, at the blue line. That was a weird play. And Kane just threw a reckless hit down low. Didn't get called for. Kind of reminiscent of his hit the other game there. Shot fired towards the net, goes wide. Evander Kane, though, big hit. And you'll love to see that as McDavid will work down low. He'll fire the short side shot, goes wide. And this one comes now back the other way for the Islanders as they will chip in off of Nugent Hopkins. Ekholm battles there, and that was still a monstrous hit from Kane. I still can't believe that. Stuart Skinner, by the way, makes a huge save. This one drifted down low again by the Islanders, goes wide of the net. The Islanders are going to fire another shot blocked in front by the Oilers. They're getting in shooting lanes tonight too. And that goes far side over to Ekholm, who's been out there on the ice a little while. He'd like to get a line change. The puck misses, but that's going to allow the Oilers a quick change. 28 seconds to go here in the first period. That's zipped on by. Let me tell you, it's only 6:09 right now. We started this game at 6:30, so pretty quick first period, or 5:30, sorry, as this one's going to be played ahead. Drifted off of the pads of Stuart Skinner on the dump in by the Islanders. We got 10 seconds to remain in this first period. The Islanders load up the shot. Skinner turns it aside, and then obviously Ceci takes out a man. No call coming by the looks of it. The Oilers play on, and that will do it for this first period. That was a mess of a goal, that's for sure. Alan will definitely go through the first intermission without any ads. I didn't really have a time that I could have ran ads earlier in this stream. Just kind of loading up, obviously trying to get everybody aboard this evening. Friends, the first period is over. It is 1-0 after one. Peter again with a good comment there saying it should be 6-5, not 1-0. That puck was bouncing in creases all night. The Oilers are getting heavily out hit by the Islanders 14-5, but Kane absolutely just destroyed Romanov with kind of a slew foot hit from behind, side of the body hit. I don't know, that's whatever you want to say in context of the new age of hockey, but I love it. It's a good rough and tumbly hit from Kane, and that hopefully means he'll be dropping the gloves at some point tonight. 4-3 the giveaways for the Oilers, 1-1 the takeaways, and of course 8 block shots for the Islanders to the Oilers 4. But it's Leon Draisaitl's 13th goal of the season from Warren Foegele and Mattias Ekholm. That's your difference in this hockey game so far. Friends, I will be back in a matter of just a few moments time. I just need to run upstairs, grab a little bite to eat, and of course refill the water, and we'll be back to action and recap that first period in just a matter of moments. Again, if you are new to the channel, I want you to do this for me right now, is hit that subscribe button, but also hit the notifications button if you can. Helps you get the live streams that much faster. We'll be back to play-by-play sooner than you know it. All right, friends, let's continue along here tonight. Obviously, the Oilers doing their job after one period of play, fighting their way through what is now a 1-0 lead after one. You got to hope the Oilers can find a way to keep it going here in this second period of play, that's for sure. If the Oilers do that, we'll be good to go. That's for dang sure. But yeah, Chaos, welcome aboard. Glad to have you again tonight. And Jack, welcome as well. As the Oilers doing just enough to win tonight's hockey game after the first period. Magic, I missed you earlier, but welcome into the stream. Seems like you've got a new picture in there kind of deal, so missing that right now. But friends, we are going to recap what has been a pretty uneventful, very eventful first period of play, right? Only one goal on the board, but not for a lack of trying from both teams, as I think there was 1,000,001 chances in front of the net that neither team could buy a goal from. Warren Foegele now up to 7 assists this year. Mattias Ekholm now up to 7. You like to see that. And what you would like to see as well is the shot department creep up a little bit more for the Oilers. Only 8 shots through that first period of play. Obviously a lot of pucks bouncing at the side of the net and just going wide and stuff like that. But when it comes down to guys who played a lot of that first period, how about, and this is the crazy part, how about this, 8 minutes and 40 seconds for Evan Bouchard in that first period. That's a lot of minutes. T.S. Ekholm, 7:42. Zach Hyman, 8:28. Connor McDavid, 8:09. So the Oilers have got to find a way to score some goals and quick here in this second period so as they can kind of sit back and rest up the big boys and allow them a few minutes of breathing room. Draisaitl, 6:41. Ryan McLeod played 3:59. Derek Ryan played 2:18. So they need to find definitely a way to kind of set back and score some more goals and just allow the guys to take a bit off on that top line, because that top line worked hard in that first period. But the Boston Bruins up 2-1 over top of the Minnesota Wild in the second period. The Golden Knights and Hurricanes, obviously this is a big matchup where we need our Hurricanes win. And right there is a good shot there from Svechnikov, getting it through traffic, far side glove side on Logan Thompson, who righty catcher, by the way, as this one comes now for the Golden Knights, and they are going to score that goal. So yeah, there's a whole bunch of things going on in Carolina that aren't necessarily good, and goaltending is one of them, that's for sure. But we'll see. Hopefully they can figure out their stuff and maybe end up trading us a goalie in some form or fashion if it becomes available. So that's where we're at. But Real, welcome in. Patrick, welcome in as well. And I don't think we've missed anyone. Actually, Scott as well. We just missed you. But no, that first period was exactly what it needed to be for the Edmonton Oilers, right? And I mean, would we be saying it's an awful first period if the Oilers had gotten a couple of bounces and the Islanders had gotten robbed on a couple of bounces like they did? I don't think so. So tough to go. That's a very tough first period based on just, it could have been 6-5, but it's 1-0. So we can't really say it's terrible, because we got to just not look a gift horse in the mouth and just take a victory right there where you get it. And that Draisaitl goal is a huge one to put us up 1-0. It could be much worse for the Oilers after one based on how that played out. But Stuart Skinner came to play. That's another big thing we got to celebrate. So we'll see what the Oilers can handle in this second period. That's going to be the big thing. The Oilers need to handle the second period, because the Islanders came out hitting, the Islanders came out working in that first period, and I'm sure the Islanders will continue to do as such here in this second period. But like I said, the Oilers' top guns are tired, so they got to try and go out there and slow them down a little bit. So, yeah, hopefully the Oilers can find a way to just score some goals, allow Connor and Kane and Hyman to just sit on the bench and just do their stuff right now and rest up for what could be a very eventful third period of play, that's for sure. So see what's happening. Scott, do I play chess? Time to time, once in a while, but never huge, maybe once or twice a year. Never been a big board games guy. I played a lot of checkers as a kid, but that was about as complicated as I ever got with board games, that's for sure. But yeah, big thing right now too is we just need to get back to action. I'm ready to go. See, the thing is, I'm actually still awake for this live stream. I haven't lulled myself to sleep with a big meal and all of a sudden sat down here and waited half an hour for this hockey game to get underway. So nice part is we are just sitting back relaxing now. But as we go here, Austin Matthews looks to have scored his league leading 24th of the season. You'll love to see that. And where else we got this going here? Nothing else. Don't think so. 1-0 Oilers after one. We like that. And the Oilers account just going with the Stu chant for sure. So obviously you like to see it. The Oilers doing their best. As we got this going here, is who's that scoring that goal there for the Columbus Blue Jackets? Can't see the back. That's number 86, whoever 86 is. Marchenko? Yeah, that's Marchenko scoring a beautiful goal between the legs, between the defender's legs, back of the net for the Columbus Blue Jackets. Wish they had a little bit more of that. But we'll see what happens here. We're just on a long, continuous break right now, friends. We're just waiting on this game to resume. It should be just about time to get back to action in a matter of moments. And then we should be ready to rock and roll. But the Oilers, obviously, you got to go out there and repeat the goal scoring from period one, right? 2-0 after 2 has a nice little ring to it, that's for sure. And I think, too, the big key is going to be finding ice time for Hamlin, Ryan, and Gagne, who are all kind of sitting below 310 already in that first period. I mean, Ryan McLeod, he's only played 4 minutes. Matthias Janmark's played a total of 4 minutes as well. And I think Connor Brown played 3:48. So it's not like both teams are running away, or the third line's running away with the ice time from the fourth line. But you'd like to see that fourth line get a little bit of feature time to go out there and hopefully outscore the opponents. That would be huge. But yeah, we'll see what happens here. So Gene Principe getting going here inside the broadcast and space in the Islanders' tunnels under the arena, as he's looking to see what he can do here. Obviously, he's talking about something that I can't hear. That's the only problem with these broadcasts. Again, friends, for those of you that know, I do not listen with audio very much so on to here, so it's kind of tough when Gene Principe is talking about things. Looks like he's talking about Christmas cheer that the Oilers were spreading to sick kids across Edmonton. And then there's Sam Gagne, and of course the Oilers are on the ice, but we're going to have actually an ad for the EOCF, the Edmonton Oilers Community Foundation's 50-50 campaign that they are doing right now. Friends, we've just hit 1,000 views on the live stream, by the way. That's a huge get as well, just to say. So let's go quickly take a look at what that is looking like in terms of watch time. 1,005 times 4.2. Divided by 60, 70 hours on the stream. We like to see that. We like to see that so far, that's for sure. All right, friends, let's go for this. We're just about to wrap up this here, and then we should be good to go. I'm sorry, this starting early thing. This obviously getting home 5 minutes before the stream goes live scrambles up guys' brain pretty good. So see what happens here, but. All right. Oh, friends. I'm tired. Honestly. That's why I'm raring to go, is keep this energy up. The Oilers have been pretty solid tonight in terms of doing enough to win a hockey game. So hopefully they can find a way to continue that here in this period, and then we'll be good to go, because I do not want to watch the Oilers get stomped by the Islanders in this second period. Obviously, the Islanders are doing a pretty good job here so far, but I would assume the Oilers go out there and do the job here in this second period and at least show up, because they kind of need to do that. They need to show up in this second period, or it could get nasty. Sorry, friends, just a friend having a bad night, that's for sure. So here we go. We are back to Gene Principe live on camera. That's a good thing. That's a good thing for sure. But we should be ready to rock and roll here in a matter of moments, I'd hope. As I go ahead, I don't think there's anything major to cover after that first period from any of the Oilers insiders. Should have one last commercial break, and then we're ready to rock and roll. It's 3-1 now for the Carolina Hurricanes. Buffalo at home, down 6-1 to Columbus halfway through the game. That's a tough go for Buffalo, that's for sure. And obviously Philly and New Jersey are playing. I guess we could check the out-of-town scoreboard. Again, that's the problem. There wasn't much to talk about in that Oilers first period. Stuart Skinner came to play, but nobody wants to hear Stuart Skinner do bad. They only want to say that he sucks. So keep that in mind. Boston up 2-1 over the top of Minnesota. 6-1 for Columbus halfway through the game against Buffalo. 3-1 Carolina on top of Vegas with 10 minutes remaining in the second. 2-2 between Philly and New Jersey midway through the second. Obviously, Tampa Bay up 4-0 on St. Louis. That's huge for the Oilers. That's huge. 8:41 remaining in the second period. 2-1 Rangers on top of the Toronto Maple Leafs. 1-0 Oilers over Islanders, and 0-0 between the Canucks and Preds, in which the Canucks, funny enough, us Oilers fans should and do need to cheer for them to win tonight's hockey game against the Nashville Predators. Again, to give you an idea of where the standings line up right now for the Oilers, just kind of line it all up for you. The Oilers are in 7th in the wild card chase. They're 5 points back of Arizona, so 7th through 2nd isn't really that kind of divvied up that much. And you think about it here, you win tonight, you leapfrog Minnesota if they lose to Boston. So now all of a sudden you're in 6th. Seattle and LA are playing, so we'll see what happens there. But obviously your 2 games or your 29 points. Arizona's at 32. They will have played at least a game more than you. And Seattle's got 33 games played, 34 after tonight. Calgary's got 32. St. Louis has got 30. So the Oilers have ground here that they're going to be able to make up over the next few games should they win a couple of hockey games here on this road trip. That's the nice part. This intermission is taking forever, friends. It has literally been 20 minutes so far, so that's brutal. But we'll see. So hopefully the Oilers can keep this going tonight. Patrick, what part of Alberta am I in? I'm in the Calgary area, I can tell you that much. The old southern Alberta weather bubble is kind of the best way to describe it. Is one day it can be minus 40, the next day it can be plus 20 in the winter. It is absolutely gorgeous that way. Kind of dangerous too. You get kind of whiplash there from the weather once in a while during the course of the winter. But I mean, as well as everybody in Alberta is experiencing the same thing. It's been a gorgeous winter so far in terms of weather. So hopefully we get hammered in January and then February's mild and we're back to summer right away just like that. That'd be huge for sure. So see what happens here, friends. But we continue along into tonight's hockey game. And hold up. We're talking about Danny. Okay. So Jean Principe is talking to Danny Ryland Kearney, who is an Oilers pro scout here. So she's been kind of rolling around right now looking for some talent for the Edmonton Oilers. And obviously it's been interesting for the Oilers trying to find goaltenders and stuff. I wish I could honestly hear what they're talking about. But she's actually a scout in the Metro Division, so that's huge to know because obviously you know where the Oilers are looking, right? There's a couple of teams there that you might be looking at the Metro thinking, we could maybe find a goaltender. But yeah, so Wake 1-0 for the Oilers. Yes, for sure it is. It's 1-0, and the Oilers are enjoying a lead in the intermission. Obviously this intermission has taken forever, but never mind. We're going to get right back to action just like that. These road broadcasts are all kinds of scrambled up. Stuart Skinner pass to the defenseman. Islanders are going to cut it off, and we're back to action with already 11 seconds gone here in the second period. Puck cut off right in front of the net there by Ceci, and that's going to be played ahead now by Zach Hyman. Hyman back the other way, back into the play-by-play just like that, as Kane's going to try and direct off the boards in behind. Connor McDavid's got it back to the blue line. The cameraman lost sight of the puck, shot drifted down into the glove of Sorokin, and we will have a stoppage in play with 19:31 remaining here in this second period. The Oilers now only officially credited with 7 shots, now 8 on the hockey game, friends. And the New York Islanders have trailed after the first period only 3 times this season, so interesting to see that for sure. So we'll get going here. 9-8 the shots for the Islanders. And we will now have a face-off to the right of Sorokin. Draisaitl on the bad drop will reset. The Islanders guy is waved out. 10-1-1 when leading after the first period this year are the Edmonton Oilers. So think about pretty much 80% of our wins are coming after trailing after 1. we'll take it. I'll take that for sure. If the Oilers can find a way to bag this win against the Islanders tonight. Here's Nugent Hopkins. As this one will go near side pass to Ceci. Ceci will fire it down low, work it to Draisaitl, who leaves off there for the pinch from Nurse. Gets it back. Draisaitl will play from behind the net back to the blue line. Shot incoming from Ceci. Stings an Islander in front and then goes to the far side boards for Foegele, who trips up and gets it to Draisaitl near side corner back to the blue line. Ceci bounces it off the back of the net in the end wall, and the Islanders are going to dump back into possession, trying to fire up through the neutral zone. They are, as that one will tip back into the Oilers bench or the Islanders bench, not really sure which, but that was kind of a tough go there for both teams, as that was a tough cycle there for the Islanders down low, and they get going up the ice and the Oilers are able to poke check it out of play. The Oilers are 7-2-1 in their last 10 games against the New York Islanders, by the way, so you'll love to see it. Give me just a second here as we're going, and let me see if if we can get this going, retry that. We just lost the live stream. Sorry, friends. Just lost the live stream a brief moment there. And we are good to go. So back to it. And there we go. The Islanders. Sorry, that was really weird. Just kind of didn't realize what was happening. I had lost the notifications there. But the Oilers back to action here. Playing it dangerously in front of their own net. They're able to cut it off. And now coming back the other way is Gagne and Ryan. Hamlin will get to the puck first against the Islanders player. But Engvall's the bigger man and able to angle him off. And here come the Islanders back across the Oilers line. Coming down low, battling behind is Gauthier. He's got it down low to Pajot and Engvall, who work in front. The dance to the middle for Engvall pays off. He gets a penalty. And now this one's going to cut to the middle and cut off there by the Oilers just barely. The Islanders rolling around the zone. The shot save made by Stuart Skinner, who now has 10 saves on the hockey game so far. So good effort from Stewie as it currently sits, as we'd like to see him keep doing his thing, as he's been pretty solid so far this hockey game. That much is for sure. So why do the Islanders ever try another uniform to stick with the classic look? Well, this uniform's been around for the Islanders for a long while, and that's Gagne taking a really ill-advised penalty, by the way. Just kind of slashing, tripping up his man, but Gagne tripping, 2:05 to go, or gone, sorry, in this first period. The Oilers will go to their first penalty kill of the game. The Islanders, Dobson has it at the blue line. He's going to fire the shot, save, blocked in front actually by the Oilers, chipped down the length of the ice. 25.3% on the power play are the Islanders, ranked 7th, and the Oilers penalty kill at 79.4%. Here come the Islanders back the other way. They're going to turn back down low. Nugent Hopkins gives his man a shove in the middle of the ice, and the Islanders will get across the Oilers line. Little dipsy doodle there by Dobson, gets it down low, back to the middle, turnover as it was overskated by Brown. Shot, save made by Skinner, squeezes through him, and the Oilers defense can't clear it off the line soon enough. And, well, I think it's Barzell and Lee pouncing on that puck, getting it to the back of the net. That's a tough one there for the Oilers. And Chris Knobloch's looking at the bench saying, hey, what are we going to do about this one? As Mark Stewart was right there in it. But that's a tough one right there for the Oilers. And Skinner makes a full save on it, and it somehow squeaked through. And nobody realized it squeaked through. So that one goes down low. And Ace, I don't think that's necessarily what's true. I think a lot of people are going to be on Stuart Skinner for that puck getting through him. And I think anyone that thinks that Picard's some kind of magical savior of the Oilers is also kind of sideways on that one, because Calvin Picard is a journeyman veteran AHL goalie. And yeah, no, I think Stuart Skinner is going to wear a lot of pressure for giving up that goal. I'll give you that much. But this one, far side pass, 16:56 to go in the second period. Down low for Stuart Skinner. He'll play it down over to Evan Bouchard. Dangerous pass from Bouchard. Gets it through, though, and here comes Zach Hyman back the other way, as this one's going to be played down low. The Oilers will get it going. 16:41 to go. Turnover in front. Hyman gets it going, and this one will now... What is going on here? Stream freezes up again. And give me a matter of moments. tough go tonight. This second period is just not meant to be. We give up a goal and the stream freezes twice. This one will come back the other day. And now 16:10 to go here in this second period. Here's Ryan McLeod dragging to the front of the net. Can't do it. And now McLeod's going to roll around back to the blue line for Kulak. Kulak backhands in front. And another one played back down low. 15:53 to go in this second period. Puck battled off there by the Oilers. And this one's going to be cut back the other way for Connor Brown. And this will be chipped back into the Oilers zone. And this will work for the Oilers. Across the blue line now, Connor Brown gets it batted off his stick. And this one's going to work back the other way. As here's Janmark trying to load up the attack again. He can't seem to do it. And now the Oilers will see the Islanders come back through the neutral zone. Both teams just kind of sloppy at the blue lines there for a few seconds. That's a shot drifted in on Stuart Skinner. He makes the save. Here's Nugent Hopkins loading up, and it's going to come back the other way now. Here's Draisaitl chipping and charging. Sorry, that's Fogle chipping and charging for Draisaitl. Draisaitl will work this one down low over to a CC up high. Shot fired in. Glove save for Sorokin. And that's kind of the tough part we've seen here in this second period so far, is Sorokin's made two really easy glove saves, and you gotta hope the Oilers can get a little bit more traffic in front of him here as the game goes along. So now we'll have the face-off in the Islanders zone, thankfully. And we'll see what happens for the Oilers on this one. That's a nice defensive play there for the Oilers. Kulak and Desharnais. Near side face-off win. CC over to Nurse. Nurse will drift the shot again. I don't know where that was going. That was ridiculous there from Darnell Nurse. He fired it right into the other face-off dot from the left-hand point. And this one now worked down low for the Islanders, who will try and get it to the front of the net. Cuts it off. Good cut there as the Islanders continue the attack. Gillis TV, welcome aboard. So we'll get going the other way as here comes Nugent Hopkins chipping off the back wall as Draisaitl steps on his man and then takes a hard back of the head hit into the boards. That was looking scary. As this one comes back to the blue line. Here's Bouchard's shot tipped just wide there, and now another follow-up shot from Ekholm goes just wide of the net, pounding 90 miles an hour towards the red metal post as this one's played up along the boards again. This is going to come into the Islanders zone on a tip. The Oilers are across the line for Gagner and Ryan and of course Hamlin as it comes near side, and now Hamlin's going to get wrapped up. Sorokin froze up the puck. 14:04 to go here in the second period. 14-9. The shot's on goal for the Islanders, so we need to get some shots on net here, that's for sure. Definitely need to get more shots on net. 14:04 to go here in this second period. The Oilers and the Islanders engaged in a fourth line shift. And Cizikas is out there right now. This is going to be a face-off down between Ryan and Cizikas, and this one's going to be win back for the Oilers. Bouchard bounces that puck on net, just couldn't get it through. 92.7 on the radar. As Ekholm will work this one off of the stick of Gagner. It's going to be a one battle for Hamlin. Workman-like effort there to win that puck for the Oilers. It might not mean much after all, but the shot from Gagner, good-looking shot there. Just absolutely pumping it on net onto Sorokin, and you like to see that. The Oilers all of a sudden now up to 11 shots on the game. Here's Ryan chipping back into the defensive zone, trying to reset and possibly get a line change here for the fourth line, as the Oilers are going to be kind of careful to try and not take too many men on this play. It's offside at the blue line and all kinds of confusion there. Bouchard would have definitely taken it too many men had he touched that. Good play to just engage Lee and battle down ice and allow Connor McDavid to pick it up along the end wall in his own zone. Here's Ceci playing the board for Hyman across the line. He'll take contact, get down low, play in front, bounce to the middle. Here's McDavid, magic move around, backhand on the pad of Sorokin on the wraparound denied. The Oilers have had 3 or 4 wraparound chances, and they haven't really been able to get much going there, as Darnell Nurse will play it over to the far side for Kane. Kane across the line, can't get much going there. 12:42 to go here in this second period, and this one's going to be fired down low to Stuart Skinner, and now here's the puck picked up by Darnell Nurse with 12:33 to go here in this period. As this one's going to be picked up ahead, now played by the Oilers, and the Oilers will get across the blue line, chipped and charged by Hyman again. Picked up by the Islanders. They will chip to the near side boards, and Kane will free it up for McDavid, who's still out there. This top line's back out there for another extended shift as Hyman's got the puck far side. He's going to work off the wall, try and keep it alive. Can't do it now in behind the Islanders net. They win the battle, and they are going to be able to escape the zone. Fired off the shins of Hyman. Brown, who turns it back the other way. Here's Janmark. Brown fires the puck. Just misses on the outside of the post. Brown with another good-looking opportunity tonight. Here's Desharnais up top, and that one's going to sting the Islanders player. He's down in a heap, and now Desharnais is going to fire it on net again. The Islanders player tried to block it one more time. He's up moving his feet, no worse for wear, and the Islanders are going to fire it back down low to Stuart Skinner. Skinner over to Kulak. Kulak with 11:30 to go here in this second period. Back the other way, McLeod's going to get across the blue line. He's going to backhand it off the tape of Sorokin, pick it up off the corner pass, then drag it in behind, kind of curling too much. And here now is Ryan Nugent-Hopkins firing it to the middle as this is going to be fired up top. A man takes a fall in Ekholm. Back the other way, the Islanders come 2-on-2. Man busting up the middle. The Oilers get free and are able to fall back defensively right there, pushing Barzal to the outside. And the Oilers pick it up, glove it ahead. Bad play there by Ekholm, trying to get it out of the zone. And instead, the Oilers are able to get it free off of the bad play from the Islanders. And they will chip it down low for Foegele, who gets to the attack in the Islanders zone. Nice win there by Foegele, getting a turnover. Here's Nugent-Hopkins back to the point. Shot down low. And that's going to be a battle lost for the Oilers. Just trying to free it up to the near side corner. Couldn't have done it. Now this one drags out for the Islanders. Far side, they come across the middle over the blue line. Here's Barzal loading up a shot, drifting it just wide. The Oilers defense really gave him one lane, and that lane missed the net. 10:22 to go here in this second period. The shots, 15-12 for the Islanders. Again, I'm talking about the Oilers getting outshot, but if the Oilers give up 30 shots on net tonight, that's not a bad effort at all, considering where we've been chasing in the shot clock all night. As this one continues down low into the Oilers zone, the Islanders will pick up and wheel around in behind, but Ekholm seals off Zizekas, and we are going to have a stoppage in play here as Draisaitl can't believe it. I think he's been whistled for a penalty here, and we will have a stoppage in play. And I guess they're going to call Draisaitl for trying to lift the stick. I don't know. All right. Whew, there we go, friends. Let's quickly take a second to breathe. That was a lot of action there all at once. We'll get things going here. And don't need my calculator. I should be good. Sorry, friends. I'm going to try and get the watch time. All kinds of scrambled up. This is still way too early in the night for me. 1360 times 4.533 divided by 60. How about that? We've hit the 100-hour mark here. So, yeah, that's all right. 100 hours on the stream. We'll take that, friends. That's a pretty decent little night for sure. We are already on target, I'd say, for that 250. Whereabouts are we in this hockey game now? We're just past the 10-minute mark. Didn't quite catch where the clock ended there, but as ball across the Outer Town scoreboard. Columbus is up 7-2 now on Buffalo. Boston's up 2-1 over top of Minnesota after 1 period of play, or 2 periods of play, sorry. Carolina's up 4-1 on Vegas. That's huge. Philly and New Jersey are 2-2. Tampa's up 5-0 on St. Louis after 2. And then as well, the Canucks are up 2-0 on Nashville. So tonight might be one of those rare nights that goes our way. So, yeah, we should be good to go, but we'll see what happens here. And friends, what I will say, you dumped on Connor Brown in the chat right now. What I'll say about Connor Brown is he's not $4 million cap hit this year. He's $775 this year and $325 next year. So that's kind of the tough, funny part about it, is you're paying $4 million total, but only $775 this season. So keep that in mind right now as it is. Connor Brown's really not costing us that much, and yeah, I'm sure you can find another $775 player to replace Connor Brown. Hello, Phil Kessel. Hello, a guy like, I don't know, Zach Parise or Raphael Lavoie, you can figure it out, but it's kind of one of those things, right? I wouldn't dump on him for a $4 million cap hit because that's not entirely accurate. Stuart Skinner back to play, makes a huge save. That puck did not leak through him at all. And with 6 seconds gone in this power play, he makes his 15th save of the game to keep this 1-1-1. And that's, of course, the big tough part is you might have missed the fact that it is 1-1 between the Oilers and the Islanders here, because it pretty much just feels like it hasn't much changed over the past little bit. But, yeah, right now, we got to get this going as this one is back to the blue line for the Islanders. They'll tip to the far side, back now to the high point. They're going to come near side for Barzal. He's going to rip the shot on net, blocked by Nurse. It's going to come skating all the way over to Dobson. As Dobson picks up at the blue line, he'll wheel and deal high point, now down low to the far side dot corner, back to the blue line. Here's Dobson. Dobson plays it over and picked off by the Oilers, fired down the length of the ice. And this one is going to be now for Sorokin, who will play it down for the Islanders with $1:20 to go in the power play, 9:16 to go. Dobson leads ahead. He'll give back for Barzal, who skates quickly up the ice through the Oilers' many defenders, and this one will be Ekholm disrupting the play, allowing the Oilers to get it back at least to the blue line, where Dobson forces it down low. 8:58 to go in this second period of play. The Islanders continue to get it back to the blue line, play it down low, get it back to the blue line, play it down low. As Barzal goes down low again, the Oilers quickly seal that off. And I mean, Ekholm was doing a Darnell Nurse-esque dive there, trying to block the shooting lane and, of course, the passing lane as well. 40 seconds to go. The Islanders still going high-low, high-low. Here's Barzal queuing up a one-timer. Couldn't get it towards the net. Now the Islanders queue up another one in the middle of the ice. Shoot, score! That is a Tampa-like quick pass in front. And the Oilers find themselves down now 2-1 as Skinner's beat post to post on a quick fake shot pass from the New York Islanders. That's just a perfect little power play. Take advantage of the man disadvantage, and that's Horvat scoring a huge goal right there as this one just goes miscued off of Barzal. He gets back to the blue line. Dobson goes over, and then, yeah, the Islanders quickly turn Desharnais inside out. As I'm figuring out who was on the back end there, that was Janmark, who had chased Barzal so far, threw a hit, and then Barzal failed to collapse back on Horvat, who I'm sure would have been his assignment, but I mean, Desharnais went to pick off the puck and quite simply missed it. So, tough go there, down 2-1, 17 shots for the Islanders. And this one will continue to roll around, 8:21 to go, down low in the Islanders zone. Kane's going to try and muscle this one with McDavid and Hyman. The Oilers eventually win it back. Here's McDavid in the middle of the slot area as Kane will get it. Ceci, the shot fired towards the net, goes up over top again. How many pucks have gone over top of the net on guys that need goals tonight? Ceci and Brown and McLeod, all three of them have had one or two at least go up over top of the net. This one's going to be blocked at the blue line there. Back the other way. Stuart Skinner out to weirdly play it against Cal Clutterbuck. I don't know if the Oilers were sniffing an odd man chance back the other way. They've got an Islanders player tripped up in behind the play, and he's hurting. So the Oilers have at least banged up 3 Islanders by my count tonight. We'll see what happens as this one comes back down near side. This will be picked up by the Islanders in their own zone, drifting through the neutral, firing to the far side corner. Picked up by Ekholm now. McDavid will backhand it back to the blue line, and this will be chipped into the Islanders' end just barely. The Islanders kind of aided that one a little bit. And now coming back the other way, this will be the Oilers forcing it back to the Islanders' blue line. The Islanders tip it back into the Oilers' possession. Here we go, the dishwasher cycle in the neutral zone, D to D and D to D and blue line to blue line, as both teams not really looking too assertive with zone entries here. Good on the defenses, but still both teams need to make a pass and get across the blue line, as Stuart Skinner looks to have seen the Islanders drift offside. As that will be a goal for Bo Horvat, assisted by who, and who is the question? Let me go get that there, as the goals for the Islanders obviously scored here in the second period. Anders Lee from Kyle Palmieri and Matthew Barzal. Then you got Bo Horvat from Brock Nelson and Noah Dobson. Dobson's 28th assist of the season, by the way. Noah Dobson having one heck of a season, similar to one Evan Bouchard, both taken just a pick apart from each other in their 2018 draft. out of water, actually. Didn't realize that. That sucks. As we will see what we got. Of course, some people dumping on Skinner already in the comment section on Dolynny TV on the videos. Knew that was coming rather quick, and there it is. Just as soon as I check my phone, the notification pops up that somebody's got something to say about Stuart Skinner's performance so far tonight. 115 hours on the stream so far, friends. Thank you for being aboard tonight. We are doing some good things on the stream, that's for sure. So, friends, I'm going to send you an ad right quick. Just test it out. Haven't done that tonight, and as well, I'll appeal to you since we're on commercial break. If you are new to the channel, I want you to hit that subscribe button. Obviously, closing in on 15,000 would be amazing to hit it by the end of this year. That would be for sure. And just to give you an idea of where we're sitting at, all said and done here tonight, 13,932 subscribers. So if you could definitely hit that button if you haven't already, that'd be greatly appreciated as we close in on the last 1,000 to go before 15,000 by the end of the year. That'd be fantastic, as we are going to get a closer look here on the Specsavers as the Islanders blocking shots. And this one, actually that's the Zach Hyman goal. Sorry, I didn't realize what we were doing. It's the Zach Hyman flashback to the game against the Islanders last game out, as they had a pretty good game. Pretty good game for the old Oilers. That game against the New York Islanders in Chris Knobloch's debut. 6:50 to go here in this second period. Flip down to Matthias Ekholm. Over now to Bouchard, who will play ahead to Draisaitl. He'll carry over the Islanders' blue line and try and free up from Foegele as he was pushed off the puck, and then he just looked really disinterested in going after it. And here now is Bouchard in his own zone. He'll pick it up and backhand over to Foegele, who's got his motor running. Draisaitl never even crossed the half of the ice, or even the blue line barely for that matter. So he's going to get it down low into the Islanders zone. He's hauled down, and that will be a power play. And that will be a stoppage right there with 6:19 to go in this second period. The Oilers will get to the power play. So there you have it, 17-12 to go in the shot department for the Islanders. The Oilers will get the power play and look to do their job here in this second period, and even this hockey game up at 2, as Draisaitl just didn't have his edges under him to begin with, and Nelson kind of just helped him down more or less. So see what happens here in this one. Tripping call there against Brock Nelson. 6:19 to go in this second period. 2-minute power play for the Oilers. And friends, for those of you saying the Oilers aren't quite up to snuff in this hockey game, they aren't. But again, as well, the Oilers just couldn't buy a bounce in that first period, but nor could the Islanders. The Islanders could have made this a 5-0 game on bounces in the first period, and so too could have the Oilers. So this one's now picked up by Bouchard. Bouchard will play ahead to Draisaitl. Draisaitl goes back now, loading up Connor McDavid. He's across the blue line, poked off his stick. He's got it under control, however. Over now to Nugent Hopkins, back to the blue line, drifts past Evan Bouchard, who's now got a 2-on-1 to defend. Short-handed shot, save, nope, scored. Stuart Skinner beat on the 2-on-1, and Pajot and Holmstrom able to add that one up. And that is tough to go, as the Oilers down now 3-1 against the Islanders. And friends, quite honestly, this one might take that same sour turn that Florida did. It's about dinner time, to be honest with you. I'm a little hungry. I might be heading out of here after this second period, because yikes, that is tough to watch, quite honestly. Tough to watch. The Oilers bleed that chance right there after having a terrible start to the first or second period. Obviously, it was about to redeem itself if they scored on the power play, and they still could. Now the Islanders are pretty much going to coast home, probably in this hockey game right now. So picked up now by the Oilers. Draisaitl will go to the middle. They'll get across the blue line offside. And this will be a stoppage in play with 5:34 to go here in this second period. $1:15 remaining in the power play. 18-12 the shots for the Islanders, by the way. So tough go there. But 5:34 to go here in this second period of play. And friends, I will tell you, I'm probably not going to cancel the live stream. I will probably keep it going, but I am going to be dang sure if the Oilers are going to decide to waste my time, I'm going to eat in the intermission. I'm sorry that I'm going to kind of be wasting your time, but make sure you go eat something in the intermission. Make sure you do your bathroom breaks, go get a cup of water, all that. I'm going to quickly eat some dinner and get something in me so as maybe I'm a little less hangry in the third period. Here's McDavid breaking down low, backhand. He's drawn a shot for another power play with 58 seconds to go, a 5-on-3. The Islanders can't believe it. Connor McDavid just drove that puck, as he so often does, down low, and just ended up winning a power play out of it. So 5:17 to go in this second period, and the Oilers are going to get a 5-on-3. So Connor McDavid breaks free across the blue line, and he's hauled down on a hold, kind of the old horse collar, as they call it in football, and just gets turned inside out. So we will have a power play 5-on-3 for 58 seconds. I would start the second unit, honestly, but they're going to go out there and get the Oilers on the attack 5-on-3 with the top unit. So here we go. Face off now down for Draisaitl. He'll be waved out of the draw, and it will be Connor McDavid coming in. 5:16 to go. Lane Lambert on the bench here against the Oilers tonight for the Islanders, as Bouchard sets up the attack. 54 seconds to go in the 5-on-3. The Oilers have to be tactical here. Connor McDavid back to Bouchard. Bouchard over to McDavid. McDavid's going to lose the handle, and he's going to spin back around with 43 seconds to go. Here's Draisaitl queuing up the one-timer. He's stopped on the opportunity. This one now picked up, as McDavid will fire the shot up off the blocker of Sorokin. Now Draisaitl will work near side. Draisaitl back to McDavid. He's going to load back down low to Nugent-Hopkins. He's going to play over to Hyman, off to Draisaitl, and they miss cue right there with 22 seconds to go. The Oilers clear the zone back across the line. The Oilers back to Bouchard here. They got to set up a big shooting lane for him here with 13 seconds to go. Back down low to Nugent-Hopkins. They've got McDavid and Bouchard up high. Here's Bouchard over to McDavid. Here to Draisaitl. Draisaitl's got space and time. He's got Bouchard winding up, shot blocked again. Bouchard keeps it in with a $1.02 now to go on the 5-on-4. McDavid moves in tight. Handled off there by the Islanders, and Draisaitl will spin to the wall. Back to the blue line for Bouchard. The Oilers' top unit has been out there a while. Here's McDavid back to traffic, and the Oilers are just over-handling the puck. Funnel it down low. Shoot the puck on net. Do something. And the Oilers' top line was rather tired, and they just mishandled that whole possession right there coming out of the 5-on-3. Here's Nurse over to Gagner. And this one will come down low and be an offside against the Edmonton Oilers there at the blue line. So, tough go right there, but obviously these guys got to figure it out here. This has been a brutal second period now. Obviously, like, second period going down 2-1, not bad, but you go down 3-1 on a power play, and then of course you come out of the 5-on-3 barely able to get anything started. So yeah, tough go. And we're going to have the face-off at the blue line. We rewound, for sure. Spencer, welcome aboard as well. Missed you earlier. Salinas, welcome in. And Waxed as well. Here we go. This one's going to play down into the Oilers zone. Of course, that's where we are on a 5-on-4. And this one is going to now be picked up by Ekholm. 3:30 to go here in this second period. Played over to Gagner. Gagner will work across the blue line, and now to Warren Foegele. Foegele looks to play it off the wall, spins around, continues to look down low. He'll go back to the blue line to Ekholm, over to Nurse. We need a Nurse goal here, big time. Or an Ekholm blast. Shot tipped by Gagner, couldn't get it through. Now Nurse will fire the shot from the blue line. It hits Gagner in the skates. The power play's over. And this one's now going to work back the other way for the Islanders. 15 shots now for the Oilers. So you have a 58-second 5-on-3. So you had technically a, 4-minute power play, right? Basically. And the Oilers failed to get anything out of it. 2:48 to go here in this second period. In down low, the Islanders cut off there by Matthias Janmark. Now near side pass over to Nurse. Nurse is going to drift it down, and not sure exactly what just happened here either. But stream seems to have frozen, so let me just refresh that. My apologies. And I don't know if the broadcast is frozen or what. It would appear There we go. Seems like we've got this going back again. Here, 2:18 to go in this second period. It's going to be McLeod loading up. McLeod across the blue line. He's going to cut now for Brown. Brown in the middle. Just drifts off the pads. And now this one's going to come back near side, or far side, sorry, near side pass for the Islanders. With 2:02 to go here in this second period. They're going to dip it down low. And this is going to be picked up now by Desharnais with $1:54 to go here. The Oilers need to bite the back of the net here with just over 2 minutes to go in this second period. Let me tell you now, $1:45 as they just dumped that puck weakly into the zone across the blue line. The Islanders come. It's going to be Darnell Nurse battling his man to the outside, but the Oilers look completely outmatched here in this second period now as it winds down with $1:30 to go in this second period of play. Nurse is going to backhand across, and the Oilers can't even make a simple pass right now. This is what's the most frustrating of it. Nurse is going to drift one towards the net looking for a tip from Ryan. Can't get it. And this one's going to go now down low to Derek Ryan. Back down low for, of course, Ryan. And the Oilers just simply cannot make a pass in the offensive zone. Kane's out there with, who is that? I guess James Hamlin. Or is that Connor McDavid? Not too sure. And Hyman's going to get a steal here. Hyman's going to get it down low. He's going to play around behind the net, fire a shot towards the net. Short side save by Sorokin. Hyman loads up the shot again. It's blocked all the way, so he'll just pass it around to the far side wing. 45 seconds to go here in this period as we just continue along here, and the Oilers just struggling to get anything going. 36 seconds remain here in this second period. Played down low this time. Now to Zach Hyman again. The Islanders have been on the ice for a long while, so have the Oilers, but they haven't quite done anything. 25 seconds to go in the second period, and the Oilers have me all kind of scrambled up. I need to eat. I'm hungry as heck. And the Islanders are going to draw a penalty call here against Evander Kane. And oh my goodness, this is just going bad to worse, friends. Bad to worse, to be honest with you. The Oilers are just looking terrible so far here in this late second period. Obviously, giving up that 3-1 goal has completely demoralized them in this one. And just a lazy trip there by Zach Hyman. Kind of getting right on the shoelaces of Brock Nelson. He'll take the tripping call. And we will have a 19-second power play to end the second period for the New York Islanders, who are 3 for 3 on the special teams tonight, technically speaking, in terms of scoring. The Oilers pushed it all the way back down in the Islanders zone. That should do it for their special teams attack here, as it'll be tipped at center ice. We'll have a face-off in the attacking zone. And with 5.8 seconds to go, the Oilers will get one last offensive zone draw, and we will be done for this second period. 18-16, the shots on goal for the Islanders here. 3-1 the score for the Islanders. Obviously, I think the Oilers still have a very winnable game ahead of them in the third period, but you've watched the Oilers in the third period the past 2 games, and you watch them through 2 periods this hockey game. There ain't much giving you hope for this one, is there? And hopefully the Oilers will see the period come to an end. My stream had froze again. Friends, I will be back in a matter of moments here, but I'm going to go eat quickly and get to it. So again, if you're bored, I'm sorry tonight's another terrible night to be watching the stream, but again, if you're new, please consider hitting that subscribe button, sticking around for when the Oilers decide to win hockey games, and I will be right back in a matter of moments here, probably about 5-10 minutes before I'm back, but we'll get this third period up and done here in a few minutes. All right, friends, let's finish this off, shall we? A little food in the stomach, a little less hangry maybe. Hopefully, we're gonna find out. That would be good if that is the case. So, give me a moment. Just need to obviously get everything geared up here and see what happens here as we continue along in a matter of moments. So, friends, as we go here, just to give you an update on the watch time as to where we are at. Obviously, always a good metric of how the stream's been going. 4.5 divided by 60. How about that? 150 hours. So we've got from pretty much this point to well, the end of the game to try and hit that 250 mark. So we got about 100-ish hours to make up here in the next little bit. So we'll see what ends up happening here over the course of the next little bit. So friends, Ryan, welcome aboard. Glad to see you aboard tonight. Simon, welcome in. And yeah, that's kind of where we're at for right now. And Scott, to say Ryan Fanti is in Fort Wayne, that is incorrect. Ryan Fanti is still in Edmonton rehabbing from his off-season injury. That is what you got to keep in mind, my friends. Ryan Fanti yet to be cleared for duty with the Oilers, still on season opening injury reserve. So that's where we are at right now. So hopefully keep that rolling along. And Vinny, has Skinner ever stopped a 2-on-1? No. Skinner stopped a 2-on-0 earlier this game. I know you're being kind of joking wise with that, but he stopped a 2-on-0 earlier this game, so I'll give the credit where the credit is due. Skinner has brought a good game tonight. The Oilers obviously bled a couple of power play chances, and one leaked through them, and one was a 2-on-1, so tough goal, but again, this is a very winnable game for the Edmonton Oilers. It's not like Sorokin is playing world beater by any means. Sorokin is not looking like Vasilevsky the other night, so we'll see what that translates to for the Edmonton Oilers right now. So yeah, we'll see if the Oilers can figure it out, but yeah, right now we'll keep rolling along as Larry Hockey won a $200 Save on Foods gift card in that second period. And yeah, we are going to see Gene Principe talk to Bob Stauffer in the intermission here. So Bob Stauffer ready to talk things up with Gene on Sportsnet here. And Bob. Okay, so Bob Stauffer is saying the momentum swung when the Oilers failed to score on the first power play of the game. I think the Oilers did a good job maintaining momentum, but then they didn't really do much with it after the fact, right? That I guess is where you can turn the dial. Yeah, it's kind of tough for them in that fashion. Is the Oilers power play moved the puck around and pressured the Islanders enough to keep the momentum up, but then you fall flat 5 seconds off the power play, and that starts swinging the momentum because the Islanders just got the kill. Now they're starting to feel good 5-on-5, and then it kind of fell apart there from that. So hopefully for the Oilers, we can turn this around here and keep it rolling here in a matter of a few minutes. But friends, again, I am going to leave you for a brief moment. I'm going to go refill the water bottle, get right back to it, and we should be ready to rock and roll here in a matter of about, I'd say, 5 minutes before this game gets back underway. All right, friends, let's do this, shall we? All right. Start anything else we need to do here, friends? I don't think there is. Purple, welcome in. But yeah, right now Bob Stauffer obviously getting things going. The farm report goalies this season. Ollie Rodriguez played 5 games, 217 goals against average, 935. Now other fans would say he needs to be playing more, which he does, but to expect the 217 and the 935 to survive if he plays more, questionable given how the Condors are doing. They've played about 3 less games than most of the other teams in the Pacific Division in the AHL, so the benefit there for them, I guess you could say, is the fact that at the end of the day, they win 3 or 4 games here, they should get right back into the mix of the top 6 teams in the AHL's Pacific Division. But yeah, we'll see what happens here for the Oilers right now, as they've got a third period, 20 minutes to decide if we go extra time, we get a win, or we just take the 3rd straight loss tonight. And I assume the Oilers, after losing 2 after an 8-game win streak, don't want to lose a 3rd straight. But I mean, question me, right? It's always questionable. But Josh, you're missing something if I'm being positive. The Oilers have given us really no reason to be positive in that second period, but the only reason there is to be positive is because we won the first. So, right, if we want to win every odd period, well, at the end of the day, you win every odd period, you're probably going to win the hockey game. That'd be the nice part here for the Oilers. Win the first and the third, and you can win a hockey game tonight. So, hopefully that is the case tonight. So, we've got a little commercial break to go here, friends. I will just quickly ask you, if you haven't already left a like on the stream, definitely make sure to do that. Let's try and build up the excitement here as we go winding down in this third period of play. It'd be fantastic to see a little bit of some kind of positive number here tonight when it comes to the Edmonton Oilers. And obviously that like button just allows the stream to be shared a little bit, and it kind of also helps the stream get a little bit in the back end there after it's just finished being live. Kind of allows people to find it just in terms of finding post-game highlights kind of deal. So we'll see what happens here. But I love that we're down 3-1 against the Islanders, friends. And Daniel, I'm not trying to scapegoat you here, but we're down 3-1 against the Islanders through 2 periods of play. And because it's Stuart Skinner in net now, and we're down 3-1, everybody says we need a goalie. Calvin Pickard goes down and loses games. We need defense. But also Connor Brown sucks. But I'm only allowed to talk about the defense, it seems, because if I talk about upgrading the goaltending, no, he'd suck because the defense sucks. And if I talk about upgrading the forwards, no, we need a goaltender bad. And if I talk about upgrading the defense, it's a moot point because we need goalies and forwards. So, end of the day here, friends, we're never going to please everybody in oil country. So, for me, I think the big thing is, yeah, obviously we need a goalie desperately because you can't have Calvin Pickard as your backup in the playoffs. And secondary to that is, I'm sorry, anybody that has a heartbeat and literally can strap on pads at this point anyway, seems like they are going to be better than Jack Campbell, who should be backing up Stuart Skinner or splitting time with Stuart Skinner. So no matter who you have in there, they can't do worse than Jack Campbell. So that's kind of the point being here, is everybody says, no, every goalie would suck in Edmonton. That's an untested theory. We haven't brought in a new goaltender in Edmonton in terms of anyone outside of the organization in 2 years, 3 years, 4 years now, right? It's been Smith and Koskinen, Smith and Skinner, Koskinen and Skinner, Skinner and Campbell, and then Skinner and Campbell and Skinner and Pickard. So all those players have been within the organization. Nobody's been traded for mid-season. So end of the day, you look at this. Shot attempts for the Edmonton Oilers tonight, 53-29 for the Islanders. 19 blocks for the Islanders, 22-6 for the Islanders in hits. So the Oilers have just been worn down. And I mean, credit to the Islanders for coming with a game plan, but pathetic on the Oilers side, going out there and deciding to not even show up physically. Obviously, good reason you're down 3-1 right there. So tough there, but yeah, we'll see what happens here. Is the Oilers need to figure out what they're going to do in this third period to win, and fast, because they need, like they did in that last 2 minutes of the second period, they need a goal like that right out of the gate. So we'll see if they decide to go out there and get it, or if they're just going to give up another one and finish this one 5-1, same as they did against Florida the other game there. So McDavid on the bench with Connor Brown. He's giving Brown a tap on the head and the shoulder and saying, hey, let's go. And Leon Draisaitl out there ready to rock and roll here in a matter of moments. Tim, good evening to you. Well, let me tell you, we are going to hang in there tonight. It's third period upcoming. Derek Ryan on the ice right now. Lane Lambert talking to one of his assistants. Ilya Sorokin continues in net for the New York Islanders. And Stuart Skinner coming to the bench here, just doing a little quick skate by and ready to go back and coach. Chris Knobloch putting faith in his starting goaltender tonight to try and win him this hockey game despite being down 3-1. And on the penalty kill to start things here with Zach Hyman in the box to kick things off. So let's see what we've got going here as Nugent Hopkins and Nurse talk things over on this penalty kill as the Islanders are set to get things started. And here's Ryan in the face-off dot against Horvat. Ryan wins the face-off all the way back to Stuart Skinner, who will come out and touch it for Nurse. Nurse bounces it off glass, and it's going to come all the way down into the Islanders' end. We got $1:30 remaining in their power play as the Oilers will try and load up here to force the Islanders to turn over the puck and maybe buy a little bit of a chance back the other way. They dump it into the Islanders. The Oilers will bounce it to the blue line, not out, and the Islanders will decide to keep this one to the near side. They will roll down to the goal line, bounce back up the boards to the high point to Dobson. Dobson near side to Nelson. Nelson down low, pass across, goes nowhere. And the Oilers are going to be able to chip this one right to the blue paint, but not out of the zone. And this one shot on by the Islanders. Save made by Stuart Skinner. The Oilers will lift down off the bench boards and down into the Islanders zone. 19-12 to go here in this third period of play as Dobson leads ahead. With 48 seconds, Connor Brown buys a turnover. Brown loads up the shot, and the loaded up shot goes up and out of play, and he again sees that one go up and out of play. So tough go there for Connor Brown again as he fails to find a scoring chance for the Edmonton Oilers shorthanded. So, all right. We'll see what happens here as this one comes back. Shot fired down low. Desharnais fires it in behind. And Ryan McLeod will work it around the boards. And Fogle continues to keep going, rolling around. And 18:50 to go in this third period of play. 30 seconds remains. 19:16 to go here. The shots for the Islanders as this one comes back to the near side. Played on down low does Skinner. Skinner will deflect it off the glass, off a helmet, and onto the tape of Ekholm, who's able to get it down low. 13 seconds to go here in this power play as 9 seconds remain now. As the Islanders just barely cross center ice, and they're in the Oilers' end. Kulak, good little quick defensive stick, bats it away. Of course, doesn't give up a shorthanded chance back the other way. As this one comes back for the Oilers. 18-12 to go here in this third period of play. And Kulak will fire it to the far side. Picked up now by McDavid. McDavid speeding across. Shot off the pad of Sorokin. Deflected in front again. Scramble in front of the net. Oilers come up with it. They've got it loaded up right now in this near side pass to Leon Draisaitl. Draisaitl will look to make the play as he'll bounce it back down low for McDavid. McDavid plays it to Hyman. Jam shot on net. Sorokin makes the save. It's behind him. Scramble in the crease. And it will be a save for Sorokin. McDavid gets tangled up with Cizikas. 17:42 to go in this third period. The Oilers have almost leveled the shot clock. So there you have it. 17:42 to go, and the Oilers generate their first really good chance here in this one. So let's see if the Oilers can cash an offensive zone face-off. Be interesting to see who they throw out there in this one as Zach Hyman gets it going. And Connor McDavid battles it down low. So he just about freed it up, but instead ended up pushing it back the other way under Sorokin. Here's Matthias Ekholm. He's got Draisaitl, McDavid, and Hyman still out there. So that's what they choose to do. Ekholm's going to try and win that battle. He can't. The Islanders back the other way. And they will backhand in the middle of the ice. Nice seal off there by the Oilers, and this will be picked up by McDavid center. Here's Draisaitl, the far side pass for Bouchard, as they definitely just passed off a good shooting attempt there. Back to the blue line. Here's Ekholm, far side over, and picked up again by Ekholm on the pass. Ekholm will wheel and deal down the right wing. Look for an open lane in behind the net. He's got it over to Hyman. Hyman will battle to the face-off dots. Still have the puck. He's wheeling and dealing. Here's Bouchard. Shot fired down low, and now McDavid will try and do this. Back to the high point. Ekholm with it from Bouchard. Now this one comes back, bouncing down low. And it'll be work now for Barzal. Dakota, welcome in. Glad to see you aboard again tonight. Always a pleasure, as I think I've missed Flipper do as well. Tuning in the chat and Nitin as well. As this is going to be picked up now by Ekholm. He will fire it from the near side of the far side. The Oilers dumped it in. McLeod just gets sat down. Because, I mean, the Islanders needed more hits in this one. And 16:22 to go in this one, as Evander Kane will pick it up ahead. 16-16 remain, and there's Kane throwing a hit finally. Somebody on the Oilers throwing hits tonight. Gagne wraps it around the boards. The lines are in the blender. You've got Gagne, McLeod, and Kane out there as a line right now. I mean, again, Oilers head coach has been putting together line combinations. They just don't know what to do. So 15:58 to go here in this third period, as it'll be tipped in by Brock Nelson. Down low into behind Stuart Skinner, as Engvall will play this one along the wall. Picked up now by Gagne. He'll go far side over to Nurse, who will just lift in and tip into the Oilers' offensive end. That's a disruptive play there by Fogle. He's got, of course, Connor Brown and I guess James Hamlin with him, or Derek Ryan. James Hamlin's been stapled to the bench for no apparent reason, as Vinny Desharnais will touch up this icing call, and we will have a stoppage of play. All right. There we go, friends. We'll have an offensive zone draw in the Oilers' attacking zone. 15:29 to go here. Scotiabank Wednesday Night Hockey, Jets versus Red Wings. There's Nugent Hopkins trying to win the battle. They can't do it, can the Oilers, as Nuge gave chase behind the net, and that was really about it. And 15:20 to go here in this third period of play. Shot fired back in, as Stuart Skinner will play it in behind for Evan Bouchard. Bouchard will play along the boards, and the Islanders will go D to D and continue to just hem the Oilers out every chance they flip this puck in. As this one goes back, bouncing in behind, and the puck to the middle. No Oiler can find the puck in front. And again, another pathetic pass to the front of the net by the Oilers, and this one an odd-man chance, as Bouchard does his best to seal off Barzal, but Barzal still got the shot away, fired it up over top. The Islanders continue to rush around the zone, and it's going to work now to the near side boards for McDavid. Will go around the defender. He's got a mini 2-on-1 working, and here's Zach Hyman leaving it for Nugent Hopkins, but instead just ended up stopping the puck instead of passing it. 14 and a half minutes to go, and this game continues to get more painful to watch by the minutes, as the Oilers continue to just find ways to not force action in the net. 19 shots now for the Oilers, but it's not like the Islanders' offense is the most prowess in the NHL. As that one just, I guess Nugent Hopkins was trying to shoot it. He had his stick lifted, but still, the Oilers got to play stronger. They got to play harder. They got to get it through and on net and actually do stuff here, because they're at risk of going to 10-2-1 after leading after one period of play. As that's a turnover there to the Islanders, but the Oilers able to keep it going the other way. Here comes McLeod up the right wing. He'll go to the outside. 14:06 to go here in this third period of play. The Oilers sealed off the wall again by the Islanders, who missed the pass, and the Isles will get it to center either way. As it's fired back down in by the Oilers, McLeod gets it rolling around, and Anders Lee will pass it in front. That's not going to work, and the Islanders will now just barely cross the Oilers' blue line with 13:45 to go here in this third period of play. Fogel's going to see it roll around to the near side boards. He's going to pick up this one and go to the far side. And the pass again failed there for the Oilers, and it's just tapped in barely by the Islanders again. The Oilers just not mustering anything. I mean, they look slow, they look lazy, they look uninspired, they look just sad sack, pathetic kind of out there right now, not forcing anything. against an Islanders team that's very comfortable sitting back and doing the bare minimum to win a hockey game. Beautiful move there by the Islanders to spring a 2-on-1 diving effort there by Nurse, pokes it away, and the Oilers try and gear up the other way. Here's Draisaitl down low. They're only down by 2. I mean, this game can flip on a dime, but just the way the Oilers are playing doesn't look like it's going to, as this one's forced to the front of the net. There's Draisaitl playing it up to Kane. The lines are completely in the blender. Ekholm over to the far side. Ceci playing it off for Draisaitl. Draisaitl drifts it down low. He turns it over, and thankfully the Islanders needed a line change, or they could have forced a 2-on-1 back the other way. 12:40 to go here in the third period as Draisaitl will put it across the line, and that's pretty much it as Dobson gets the puck down low. Gagne forces the turnover as Draisaitl gets taken down by Pajot. I mean, Draisaitl barely got touched, and he just absolutely folded against the net as Pajot's roughed up there by Ekholm. Dumps it in still. Bouchard will turn it over almost immediately to Barzal. Far side shot. Good lateral movement there from Skinner, sealed the far side. And this one's now going to be loading up Connor McDavid, who's got the wheels turning. He's trying to cut to the outside of the inside. Here's Nugent Hopkins putting it on net. Goes through Sorokin's pads, I'm pretty sure, and wide of the net somehow. And the Oilers are going to bleed back a 2-on-1 the other way. They're cheating for offense here in the third, and they're getting burned as this one in the front of the net. Skinner falls down in the crease. Islanders keep it alive, and this is just painful. Painful to watch. As here comes Nugent Hopkins across the line. This one's played down low, and we're going to have a stoppage. And Zach Hyman's looking around. Looks like he might have taken a penalty or something. I don't know. To be honest, to be able to focus on this game is something at this point. The Oilers are a big time disappointment again tonight, friends. But very much so appreciate you tuning in and sticking around with me tonight. That's for sure. And, well, how about that? We are closing in on 200 hours. So, good barometer that at least there was some interest in the hockey game tonight, I guess I could say. I just wish the Oilers were as interested as we are. Yeah. So, that's where we're at. C Tang, my friend, good evening. Glad to see you. See, that's at least the nice part of the chat. It's always open throughout the game, so you never know who's going to pass through. And C Tang coming on by. Of course, always good to see him in the morning. Cheer up at work, that's for sure. So, hopefully see you tomorrow, because tomorrow could be slow if I don't. Tell you that much. It's been a rough go at the shop here lately, obviously, with the holiday season setting in. The work is slowing down, and friends, we'll be talking about World Juniors come December 26th here next Tuesday. So a week from now, we'll be talking World Juniors on Dolynny TV, and I look forward to showing you what that's all about if it's your first go-around with the World Juniors streams here on Dolynny TV. Those I don't do play-by-play for. Those are more of a hangout, kind of chill out, talk about the game, and just give you updates and stuff from there, because obviously people can't be watching, so it's kind of tough. But we continue to go here, friends, and we will get back to this one here. As the hit of the game, it's going to be the Evander Kane hit all day. He absolutely roughed up Romanov from behind and just kind of slammed him into the boards. Good hit. I know somebody's going to be saying that's a dirty hit or something, but Romanov did the shoulder check, didn't do much to protect himself, got running to the boards. That sucks. Better luck next time. Pretty much how I feel about that one. Is this going to be too many men for the Oilers? So the Oilers take a too many men call. Or, sorry, the Islanders take a too many men call. And the Oilers will get a power play here. Okay. We'll see what happens here as Bouchard's going to play it near side to Nugent Hopkins. He's going to spin down low. It's going to go far side for McDavid back to the blue line. The Oilers power play 0 for 3 tonight. So you want to point your finger somewhere else. They're actually -1 for 3. Shot fired by Bouchard. Save made by Sorokin. And we have a stoppage with $1:42 to go. But honestly, if the Oilers score one power play goal and don't give up a goal on the penalty or on the power play, you're talking about a 2-2 hockey game. So you'd figure if the Oilers figure out how to do that, we'll be just fine here if they can find a way to score this power play goal and then get a 5-on-5er. Draisaitl get into the attack here on the face-off, as that's going to scramble up to the near side boards. Islanders rim around the far side, and it'll come on down low to Bouchard. 2019 the shots on goal for the Oilers, and this one's going to go over to Draisaitl, playing it back down low and picked up now by McDavid, who's got the jam in his game, that's for sure. Back to the blue line for Draisaitl. McDavid down low, far side dot area. Back to Bouchard, high point. Bouchard plays off to Nugent Hopkins. Nuge down low, jam front for Draisaitl. Didn't work from Zach Hyman, who's just standing there at the side, playing that puck smartly. As here's McDavid in the middle. Here's Draisaitl, shot. Hyman jams it loose at the side of the net. Picked up now by McDavid near side. The Oilers are working around here as they come back now to McDavid. McDavid plays it on down low to Hyman. McDavid looking, will survey back to Bouchard. Bouchard over to McDavid. He will play down to the dot and then work around. Just about half a period to go here in this third period. Shot drifted down low by Bouchard. Comes free and Nugent Hopkins overhandled the puck. And it will come back for the Islanders the other way as they will work across the line. As that will be stopped up there by the Oilers. And now Clutterbuck will get a chance to play that puck. He'll get turnstiled. The Oilers get away with a tripping call there, and here's Fogle playing the puck at center ice. Kane's offside by a mile. And it's going to be loading up now. Fogle down the middle. The shot save made by Sorokin. Played back there by Gagner over to Kane. Kane plays the shot down low. Now Nurse tries to fire a short side shot. Couldn't get it through. And it's going to be lifted up to Pajot, who's able to backhand it down to Ekholm in the neutral zone. And the Oilers will reload the attack once more. Here's Ekholm creating a shot on net. Shot goes on. Couldn't beat the goaltender though again. And now the Oilers putting everything towards the net. Just can't seem to fire one past Sorokin on that power play. Good little momentum building power play if the Oilers decide to show up and do the job. And this one's back the other way now. Shot fired down low. Skinner's going to see it bounce a couple times in front of him. And this one will come over to the far side. Picked up now by the Islanders. Fired back in off the shoulder pads of Mr. Matthias Ekholm, and this is going to come back now into Islanders' possession. They'll fire it back in, and we're about to go back into the Islanders' end because they have just iced the puck there, did Robert Bortuzzo. So we got 8:57 to go here in this third period of play, friends, and the Oilers need to show up here big in the last 9 minutes, that's for sure, as Matthias Ekholm just missed potting it far side. As Dobson ends up taking a big blast into Sorokin from Nugent Hopkins. Alright. This one's now McLeod. 8:57 to go here in this third period. As this will be a face-off one for the Oilers. Kulak will pile it down the wall as Brown will play it across to Kulak. Shot drifted on net. Kind of tipped there by Darnay, who's playing low on this shift. As that was a good opportunity now for the Oilers to keep it going. Brown got one off the pads. Kulak plays it down low again. The Oilers maintain possession for just a brief moment. And this one will be chipped up off the boards and back to center ice as Desharnais with 8:27 will go chasing. And the Islanders have taken yet another icing call here. So the Oilers, I think you would have to go for a line change and load up new defensemen, probably Bouchard and Ekholm again, or else Nurse and Ceci. I would expect Bouchard should be out there, but I think they were just on the ice there. So the top line instead hops over the boards. 10-1 the shots on goal for the Oilers here in this third period of play. The Oilers are going to win the period and still lose. That's crazy. As this one's going to be picked up now by Ekholm, fired back in. So Ekholm and Bouchard did hop across the boards, but unfortunately they're not going to get much out of that shift as it will be tipped off a stick and out of play as we will have a stoppage right there with a few minutes to go here, friends, as the Oilers are winding down. But what do you do? What do you do? Let's Let's check out the watch time again. As I've already gotten 3 text messages tonight. This game is BS. I've turned off the game. Why is anyone even watching this still? So, friends, again, I probably should have shut her off after the second period because, quite honestly, the only thing that's happening right now is everybody is complaining about the Oilers. There's no saving graces in this hockey game. so far, other than the fact that somehow, some way, there's still time to possibly win this hockey game, because you know the Oilers and you know what they can do in the last 8-9 minutes of a hockey game. Hi, tough go, tough go. We'll see what happens here, but as we continue along, friends, I think big part is that Edmonton Oilers cup or bust short. It's been doing really well over the past 48 hours. It's about to explode here post-game, let me tell you that much. Oilers fans are about to come out of this one very, very angry. If the 20 years or so of you chatting along in the chat tonight are angry about how this one's going, upset with the players, whatever you want to say, there's going to be a lot said about the Oilers now on a 3-game winning or losing streak if they cannot pull this one off tonight. So we'll see what the case is going to be. So Flipper I like the positivity. However, I don't believe it's going to happen unless you're baiting me with something here. But major part of the game for Napa Auto Parts is the Islanders getting in the shooting lanes and passing lanes all night. They were, as advertised, right? They lead the league in blocks at 15.7. So you know that they were going to get in there and do their job. And of course, that's what they've done so far through a few periods of hockey in a bit. 19.5 blocks per game for the Islanders. The Blue Jackets and the Sharks, bottom feeders as well, in there as other teams. 20 block shots for the Islanders tonight, so they're raising the average by a point of a decimal point. As the Oilers to the face-off win attack here, they keep the top line out there, and they're trying to pass this one around. Here's Ekholm, shot fired, save made by Sorokin with 7:50 to go in this third period of play. 26-19 the shots on net for the Edmonton Oilers, and whatever beard hair is up there, oh my goodness, that mustache hair is absolutely killing me tonight. I gotta try and get that dealt with. My goodness, itchy nose killing me here. Connor McDavid to the face-off dot with 7:50 to go here in this third period of play, and he's going to win it back for the Oilers as Draisaitl actually won the face-off and McDavid was able to win it back for the Oilers. This is going to be shot fired out of play, and now we're going to have every single stoppage and play we can to just wind down what is going to be a sad losing effort for the Oilers if they don't find a way to score here soon. Like, you don't want to go empty net down 2. I don't like those odds for the Oilers. You've seen how it's turned out this season. We'll see what happens. 7:43 to go in this third period. As this one is won by the Islanders. Again, stupid stoppages. Referee, linesman argue that they didn't drop the puck properly. 7:43 to go here in this third period. And yeah, see what happens. 3-1 for the Islanders here in this third period of play. McDavid's going to win the face-off off the draw. Here's the shot. Bouchard fires it on. Now here's Nurse drifting it down low as Draisaitl gets it down, and this will be played up by Clutterbuck off the wall. He'll backhand to the blue line and chip out. That is just Bouchard whiffing and missing, keeping it onside by an eyelash. And it's going to load up Draisaitl. So he walks across the blue line. Here's McDavid off on the far wall. 7:18 to go. Time ticking down. The Oilers need a goal here on this shift. As Bouchard will play over to McDavid. McDavid spins around, and he's going to backhand over to Draisaitl. Draisaitl will look to make the play now to Nurse, who stumbles at the line. Nurse drifts a shot on net, bounces far side, and this one comes back to the blue line. And this is going to keep going. 6:54 to go. It's shot into the Islanders' zone by the Oilers. Not much really to be said for that as they quickly clear all the way back to the Oilers' blue line. Here's Kane lumbering up towards a free puck. Can't get there. Islanders tap it back in. Ekholm goes down low, and with 6:38 to go in this third period, the Oilers get a line change on fully, and they're going to try and play this one ahead. Here's Kane backhanding over top of the Islanders down into the far side corner. Nugent Hopkins chasing out there with Fogle. Like, the lines are completely in the blender. This is like Chris Knoblauch is literally embarrassing himself right now, to be honest with you. That's what I'm most upset with, is what Chris Knoblauch's doing right now. Is it's embarrassing that he's stooping to the levels of his predecessors because his game's not going his way. 6:05 to go here in this third period as the Oilers and Islanders engaged in the 3-1 game. in which the Islanders lead. This one goes back down low. Cece will play it onto an Islanders stick. This one works out of the zone now off that play, and it'll be fired back in by Bortuzzo. As it comes down low, Nuge and Kane and Fogle at least get a zone clear there, and Hamlin jumps over the boards, and he's on the attack now as Kulak will keep this one going. 5:35 to go. Vinny Desharnais works this one ahead to Fogle. We fired down low to Hamlin, and there's Sam Gagner firing it into the Islanders zone. The flurry of shots here in this third period have seemed to stop as Sam Gagner gets a good looking shot up over top of the net, and then Derek Ryan fires one on net, and Ilya Sorokin just falls on top of it as Ryan eats a couple mores for that one. So tough go there. 3-1 with 5:15 to go, and I'll be honest with you, friends, I'm cooked. I'm cooked. It's I really don't have much to say about this one at this point, as it's just been tough to watch. See what happens in this last 5 minutes, but there is not much to really be said about this Oilers effort through pretty much 2 and almost 3 full periods. Is pretty lazy and uninspired. Yeah, the Oilers choose to shoot the puck a little bit, but I mean, I don't know how many glove saves Sorokin's just been easy glove catches from distance. So it's not like the Oilers have had prime scoring chance after prime scoring chance tonight, but you'd like to see them maybe try and make Sorokin's night really hard at the end, try and do something. So see what they can do. But again, this is the hardest part of live streams, friends, is trying to at least not lose my temper at what I'm watching, because trust me behind the scenes when I'm just watching a hockey game, I'm a lot more hot-headed and a lot more bombastic when the Oilers are winning, and obviously a lot more hot-headed when they're losing. So it's just something. It's a struggle, right? And obviously there's rules with YouTube, and there's rules with how I run my channel personally and professionally, that I just don't cross lines. And trust me, I'd love to cross the line after this game ends, that's for sure. So let's go here, friends. Okay, let's finish this off, as that's a nice play by Derek Ryan, but I mean, really, in terms of danger, Sorokin didn't have to sprawl out for that one much, as it just kind of flipped up, and then Romanov kicked it out to a free area as Dobson erased Ryan at the same rate, and we will have the face-off in the Islanders zone. We'll see what happens here. It's the first shot of the game haunts the Oilers this time. They score the first shot, and then they haven't been able to score 28 later. So Islanders pumped up in the stands right now. The Islanders have 18 shots all told. That's this one with 5:15 to go in this third period. Empty net for the Oilers. Okay. All right. We just gave up. That's okay. Cool. We've just given up. I like it. That's fantastic. As Evander Kane is going to work that one around. The Oilers are going to see it dump back into the neutral. And I mean, hey, giddy up. The net's empty, so bring your best, I guess. But this one's going to work here. 4:55 to go here in this third period. Picked up ahead by the Oilers as they will cross the line. Fire it in near side corner as it'll be picked down by McDavid over to Draisaitl. Draisaitl gets back to the blue line here as Bouchard will play it down low to McDavid. Worked here by Hyman. And the Oilers will get it back to the blue line. Bouchard near side to Nuge down low. And I mean, the Oilers are doing a lot of that passing thing again. Hyman jams it towards the net. It was blocked last second by the Islanders. Bouchard jams one on net. Goes just wide on a tip. Near side pass to Nugent Hopkins. As Draisaitl will play this one in front. And this will be all the way down into the Oilers zone. Picked up now by Bouchard. 4 minutes remain here in this third period. And Connor McDavid will come and get this one near side as the Islanders fire this up off the glass. And that is going to be an icing call. And this one will be an opportunity with 3:51. The Oilers are going to go for a line change. Are they going to put Skinner back in the net, Or just going to pull the goaltender when the top line's on the ice? What are we going to do here, guys? This is painful. It's absolutely painful. How Chris Knobloch can run out of ideas 3 games into a 2-game losing streak after an 8-game winning streak. I don't know. The Oilers fire their shot. Nice shot there from Ekholm. Missed the net, though. And the Islanders are going to play this one down low over to Fogle now, as they will worry this one over to the far side. McLeod looking to make a pass. That's going to be Ekholm. Near side to Nurse. Nurse fires it down low off the tape of Gagne. Gagne is the extra attacker with the third line out there. As here's Nurse playing into the blue line to Ekholm, and the Oilers still just passing around and faking shots. I really don't get what they're doing to try and open up the Islanders, because the Islanders aren't going to open up here. Rimmed around down low, the near side pass back to the blue line here. And this one's shot on, save again. Easy body save, swallowed up by Ilya Sorokin with 3 minutes and 12 seconds. And the Oilers, just look so uninspired right now. This is just rough. So here we go, 3:12 to go, 16-0. The shots on net for the Oilers this period. And I mean, they really haven't shot one dangerous puck I can think of on Sorokin. So that's the tough part. Getting goal up, and they just took a penalty. Come on, guys. Come on. You kidding me here? 3:08 to go in this third period. 3:08 to go in this third period, and you take a tripping call just like that. Just that lazy. And Hyman's taken 2 bad penalties tonight. He will head for his second one of the night. And just, the Oilers in these face-off penalties this year have been just pathetic in terms of discipline right off the face-off, getting right into people's feet, taking them out with the body check right off the face-off. Oh my God. And we wasted already 2.5 hours. Well, I'm on, 2:37 watching this game. I haven't wasted it broadcasting it, but I've wasted watching it, as I could have very easily just sat here and talked to you for 2.5 hours and been a lot less stressed. I will tell you that much. As this one will be fired down the length of the ice. 3:04 to go here in this third period. $1.54 remaining in the power play for the Islanders. 32-18 the shots. The Islanders are going to wait more than 17 minutes all period to get their first shot of the period. And this one will work in the Oilers zone now by the Islanders across the line. They'll go to the far side boards, played in the far side corner, back to the blue line. Islanders near side pass over to Dobson. He'll go to play that one, but it's going to be cut the other way. And here come the Oilers. Derek Ryan making all the moves. It's going to be cut off now by Nurse off the deflection from Bo Horvat. 2.5 minutes to go in this $1.20 power play remaining, as this one will come back the other way. Picked up now by the Islanders. They'll bounce it back in behind, and they are just going to be content to just play it in behind the net. That's really all they're going to do. As McDavid and Drysdale are on the ice, they get the turnover here. Here's Bouchard loading up the shot. Fired, save made by Sorokin, or it missed wide. 97-mile-an-hour slap shot from Bouchard. Absolutely unleashed into it. And this one's going to be backhanded down low. $1.56 to go in this third period. As 46 seconds remain in the power play, and the Oilers just trying to keep this one alive. They are going to go back down into the Oilers zone now. Will the Islanders? They will cross up. Here's Aho playing it near side. He'll rim it around down low. $1.40 to go here in this third period of play, and 30 seconds to go in the power play as the Islanders continue to work this run around. $1.33 in this third period. Shot fired towards Stuart Skinner. Save made. 20 seconds remain now in the power play, and the Oilers are back the other way, kind of mini 2-on-1. Drysdale goes to pass the puck, because of course he does, and the Islanders are back the other way. Pajot over in the pass now, and Pajot is cut off in the middle by Pajot, and it kind of just trickled towards Skinner, as the Islanders will work this one in the middle of the shot, loaded up, save made twice over. Skinner kicks it out, and Skinner's going to finish with 15 saves on 18 shots tonight, and this one's going to work now for a backhand towards the net. Goes wide of the net. 56 seconds. We're inside the last minute. And the Oilers successfully lost another hockey game tonight in what was another just didn't even bother to show up effort. And 37 seconds to go here in this third period. Puck played up there by Nelson. 32-20 the shots on goal for the Oilers, and they will in the next 30 seconds lose this hockey game. Save made by Skinner. And the Oilers will poke check this one back to the blue line. Islanders keep it alive for a brief moment. 20 seconds to go. I cannot wait for the seconds to be done here, friends. Thank you for being aboard this evening. Really do appreciate you hanging out with me tonight. Wish it would have been a better result, but again, that's on the Oilers, not on me, unfortunately, as they just decide not to show up again. Friends, normally I'd do the post-game live. However, I want to save this one for you for when it gets uploaded. I'm Tyson, this is Dolynny TV.